I'm losing my patience with Amorim. And the only thing tactically that I can see is you guys hoofing a ball up to Harry Maguire.
You show Man City and Man United fans that picture of De Bruyne and McTominay like 2 years ago, and they're like,
What simulation are we living in?
Exactly.
Gyökeres is hungry for goals.
We're up 4-0 at home, and he's like, "Give me the pen."
We here.
Yes, sir.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the 6 Yard Box Podcast. This is episode 118, where Arsenal are on top of the world. The Eze signing has come out of nowhere with Tottenham having egg on their face. They had a big win at the weekend. United, not so much. We'll cover it all. Also, some Canadians with some big performances this week. I don't know if we'll cover that as much, but we're also going to get into some La Liga talk. Bayern is looking unstoppable, and we have a four-man here to talk about it all.
There you
To
go.
my left, first and foremost, Miles, welcome back, brother. How are you doing, my
I'm
friend?
doing well. Thank you for having me. Good to be back, gentlemen. Good to see you.
Matching in yellow, we have Blake.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm doing good.
No, that's a fucking surprise.
Weird choice on the kid today, man.
Yeah, I don't know. It was at the top of my drawer, so I said, "Why not?"
Fair enough.
Did you see they bottled a 3-1 lead?
No,
It's like a...
I didn't.
Perchance I did not.
Perchance I
Oh,
did not.
you rock a drawer for the jerseys? Or
I have
it
a
in
basket.
Oh,
I have a
more of
basket
a-
in my closet. So top of the basket, if
Okay.
you will.
More of a
I'm more of a
hanger guy.
closet guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to
Hanger,
hang
throw
my
in a wrinkle.
jerseys, but
Make sure they're nice and
I've gotten
ironed
too
out
many.
before you wear
and-
them.
Or I just pile them over there.
Well,
But,
I mean, this is whatever.
the-
I ran out of hangers. I ran out of space. I have too many kits.
You don't care if they're wrinkled?
Only the Arsenal ones I care. If they're
Thoughts on ironing?
ironing kits?
What a start, man.
Terrible take.
What a start.
Terrible take.
What a start.
Okay, and last but certainly not least, European champion Antoine.
Hello,
Another
everybody.
1-0 win for you at the weekend.
Another 1-0 win.
How you
Comfortable.
feeling?
I'm feeling great. I'm feeling good. Yeah.
Where do we want to start, guys?
I think we should start with the headline of the week,
Yeah. I
which
think
was the blue side of Manchester losing to the white side of London.
That? You mean? Yeah. Okay.
Did I
The
mess it
white
up?
side of London is
The
kind
Nah.
of
that does sound kind of crazy,
Yeah.
but you know what I mean. The white side of North London. Tottenham Hotspur beating City at the Etihad 2-0. Goals from Brennan Johnson and
And hold on.
Paulinho.
Yeah. Pauline.
Bam.
Bam. So Blake, who were you hate watching in this game?
Yeah, I was talking upstairs earlier. It was a bit of an allegiance battle.
Right.
Because obviously I wanted Tottenham to lose. But the thing is with Tottenham, I know they're going to lose eventually. City, I'm not so sure about their loss records.
True.
In the especially near the end of the season.
That's fair.
So I'm comfortably was not cheering for Tottenham, but when they went up, I was like, okay, hold this. Because like you think about long-term game versus short-term loss,
totally.
right?
Okay.
And that's what that was. Short-term loss because Tottenham won, but like they always kind of do well against City. And City, man, it didn't look too good for them.
Yeah, they upset me a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was don't fall out the allegations. But no, I mean, for me it was just a physicality battle in the midfield. They just completely lost it. You look at the players that were working off the ball for Tottenham and the players that were working off the ball for City, and it was night and day.
Yeah.
Like a Pat Matsar who is transformed in this new 10 position ever since Madison is injured. I don't know what Thomas Frank told him, but he's a dog out there. You have Pat Matsar, Paulinho, and Bentancur in the midfield. You can't get much more physical than that.
You really can't.
You really can't. And then you look at the other midfield. It was Shirky, Reinders, and Nico
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 Gonzalez.
Gonzalez.
Gonzalez. Yeah, I was gonna say Nico Williams.
They
They
wish.
wish.
He's playing well.
Anyway, but it's just there's a clear difference in physicality and balance in that midfield too. Like Reinders and Shirky obviously are more attacking. I don't think Shirky will come defending as much as like a Paulinho can or someone else like a Pat Matsar can.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what it was for me. That was the biggest thing.
Fair.
Was it Reinders being like out physicaled, or was it more like Cherky and Nico Gonzalez kind of not looking ready?
I think they lost mainly the midfield battle because it was unbalanced. The City midfield was just unbalanced.
Yeah.
Reinders and Shirky are more the attacking type. Sure, Reinders can drop back, but he's not the defensive midfielder that can, really win you the ball back like a Nico Gonzalez can, like a Rodri can.
Yeah.
So I think that's what it was. It was mostly unbalanced.
Well, Rodri was back in this game, came on for the last 15 minutes or so before we anticipated it. So
Yeah.
that's a positive for City. Look, there's going to be bumps in the road here, but like doesn't really move the needle on their chances of winning the Premier League. I wouldn't be sounding alarms that much. The Aït-Nouri injury, maybe a little bit more, but you know, if you're a City fan, you're disappointed. You're still like kind of unaware of where you're going to be this season, what this season is going to turn into. But, you know, for Tottenham, man, it's looking really, really bright.
I think we have to give credit to this Tottenham team for how good they're playing already under this new manager.
It's a little bit concerning, I'm gonna be honest.
For you?
Yeah, a little bit concerning.
Right.
They're not usually this convincing. And I know it's been 2 games, but they're very convincing.
Yeah.
And I could call it new manager bounce, call it whatever you want. Call it your Europa League bounce, I don't know. Like after winning the trophy. But like they're very convincing. Even just like obviously they didn't dominate possession, they were away, I understand. But like going away to the Etihad and winning, even though their track record against City has been good over the last couple of seasons, like it's not a good feeling as an Arsenal fan. Right. But I think the ball will drop. But you can't say anything but good things about this Tottenham team right now.
Yeah, what Thomas Frank is doing right now it's remarkable because you look at the state that Tottenham were in before this season and you look at what they're doing now.
Yeah.
No one would have expected this under any manager.
Yeah.
Let's be really honest. Even if a top-class manager, a world-class manager joined Tottenham in the summer, I don't think anyone would have expected this quote-unquote turnaround that quick.
Absolutely.
I think what he's done with Richarlison is so underrated.
I know.
He
He's like a superstar now.
completely transformed Richarlison. Like, this was a guy that was like not that clinical in front of net.
Yep.
Didn't work that hard off the ball. But ever since Thomas Frank came in, he's pressing like a madman. He's linking up play very well with Kudus and with Pat Matsar and with Brennan Johnson as well. It's looking like everything's working out all at once. Maybe it's too good to be true, and they can't can keep that consistency throughout the entire season. But it's looking very good so far, and I think we have to give credit to this Tottenham team.
We mustn't forget where they were after 10 games with Ange.
Yes,
and
exactly.
how that ended.
That's true.
The
That's
difference
true.
for me with Ange is that he was very stubborn in his tactics. Like,
Yeah.
we remember last season.
Yeah, it was bad.
Their horrible injury crisis, and Ange would still deploy his
Archie Gray at center back.
suicide high line.
Yeah.
I
Archie
know.
Gray at center
Yeah.
back. Now with Thomas Frank, he's a little less stubborn. So I think if an injury crisis was to occur, I think he would work around that very well.
Yeah, exactly. Thomas Frank is a much better manager, much
Yeah.
better track record than Ange. There's no denying that.
In the
Although,
Premier League, yeah.
I mean, like I wasn't planning to bring this up right now, but like Ange could be back in the Premier League soon at Forest.
Yeah, I seen that.
You've been seeing those links?
I haven't seen the links, but I guess that makes sense with the whole internal.
Like the
struggle
direction that
they
Forest
have
has taken, if they sack Nuno Espirito Santos, I don't understand.
Disastrous.
I don't
Well,
understand.
it's more of just a power move. Than
It's
anything.
politics.
Yeah.
It's politics.
It literally is.
Yeah, it's a
politics.
power move.
Well, I'm hearing that the rift is not as much between Nuno and
Marinakis.
the owner, Marinakis.
Yeah.
It's more between Nuno and your boy.
Edu.
Edu
Edu.
Gaspar, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's
Interesting.
So Edu just joined in the summer as like a director of recruitment, whatever kind of role, sporting director. That wasn't a role that he came in and replaced somebody. That was a new role that they just installed at Forest in the hierarchy. And I would assume that Nuno had more of a say on the transfers before that. So reports are saying from the moment that Edu came in, the rift was there. And at this point right now, it's like irreparable. So between Edu, the owner, and I believe there's this other kind of agent person intermediary in there. There's like a coalition of guys against Nuno Espirito Santo, and then there's like on the other side of the civil war, there's the coach, and then the squad who still, by all reports, likes the guy. So it's a really interesting situation, and I believe they drew at the weekend. Is
They
that
did.
right?
Crystal Palace, yeah.
Yeah. You almost feel like any game now, if they lose, if they drop any points, any
It's going to be
meaningful
used
points,
as an excuse.
then it's
Yeah.
just like straight up like you have to go.
Yeah.
And if they sack Nuno, that's one thing. Politics happen. You need a good relationship with your board. If they sack Nuno for Ange, that's a whole different situation.
Yeah.
That'd
It's-
be
It's almost the complete opposite of how the two managers play. That the way that they play is almost the complete opposite.
yeah.
Not almost. It literally is the complete opposite.
It is
Like seeing Forest in a high line, I'm not okay with the
Like,
idea.
Yeah, that's so crazy,
ruthless
dude.
pragmatism versus Ange ball.
Yeah.
Like it'd be stark. And you have to just assume that it's because of the Greek links and all that. It's
Yeah.
just, it's really odd. Speaking of Greece, see Renato Sanchez,
Yeah, Panathinaikos. Yeah,
Panathinaikos.
Really?
What a stumble, man.
what a
Holy.
stumble.
That man was,
He was
on
next
top
up.
of the world at one point.
Yeah, Euro 16 Young Player of the Year. Or Young
One of
Player
my
of the Year.
one of my favorite players at one point.
Really?
Just, yeah,
Really?
man. How could you not?
But how could you not? Yeah.
How could you not?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah. Anyways,
João Neves reincarnated him though, so it's okay.
Okay.
Like, in terms of
play
Yeah.
style.
Prodigy,
Yeah,
play
yeah,
style.
yeah. Hey, you never know. Maybe he'll be playing in Panathinaikos in a couple of years. You never know. That was the kind of level that we were talking, just besides the Champions League. Innit?
Yeah.
Anyways,
just real quick on City, one more thing.
Yes.
And Rodrigo. I think it's a no-brainer for me that City have to get Rodrigo.
really.
Genuinely. Like I look at the City team. You have Doku on the left, obviously very good on his day.
Marmouche on the left. This time.
Marmouche on the left, I wasn't too impressed. I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't impressed. I don't think that's his position. It's weird with Marmouche
He got
because
chances.
he got but it's weird with Marmouche because he's deployed on the left. He was deployed on the left against Tottenham, but he's not gonna be deployed up top because Holland is there, and then he's also not really a 10. He's kind of in between. How do you deploy Marmouche in that situation? So for me, there's a gap there in that team. If you get Rodrigo, I'm sorry, Doku he's very good, but let's
Like Doku to
No.
Rodrigo, like there's no.
it's a no-brainer.
Off
Yeah.
to Girona you go.
Exactly.
They need him. Girona
Yeah.
need help.
And like I don't know, lost in this whole thing is like Savino still. I know he has the links on him,
Yeah.
but is he hurt or? Oh yeah, I guess he has a knock. It says on.
If you can sell a Savino for 70 million, around 70 million, and just add 30 to that and get a Rodrigo,
Yep.
it's a no-brainer
So
in
possible.
my eyes.
But
It's a
you said
no-brainer.
he played this week, right?
He did.
Savino?
He got.
Rodrigo. Yeah, he
Rodrigo.
started.
Subbed
He
off.
started
He
for Real
started, but
Madrid.
then
Yeah.
he got subbed
Well,
off.
that's
His
more
first
than
half
what
was
was happening
was
before,
decent.
right?
Yeah.
He started in place of Vinny.
At this point, like I just want him to stay. Just stay put.
You think so?
Yeah. Like not so much for his sake.
come
but
to
'cause-
Arsenal or
yeah,
nothing.
'cause-
Come to Arsenal. Or
Well,
nothing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's the same story every time with City. It's like, oh, you're saying that Marmouche is not going to fit into this team if they're going to go for Rodrigo. What? That's 70 mil you dropped 6
No,
months
but it's
ago.
good. It's obviously good depth. I mean,
Oh, come on,
but
though.
you can
It
say
is.
that, but you guys are also in for a 60 million center back for depth.
That I agree with. I think you've heard me before the pod. I think that's a bit ridiculous. But it's just like, it's the same story every time with Man City when it comes to recruitment, right? It's like, oh, if this 50 million player doesn't capitalize,
I'm not
in
saying
the
he
next-
doesn't fit into the team. It's just it's difficult for him because I think he's just not a left winger, and how he was played against Tottenham is just not the way to do it.
And like I said, Holland without the direct service that he's gotten for the last 3 seasons or 2.5. 3 seasons? 2 seasons?
3 seasons.
3?
Yeah.
However long
It's
it
his
was.
third season.
When he doesn't have that direct service from your Bernardo Silva's, from your Kevin De Bruyne's, from whoever.
well, you saw him turn to Kevin De Bruyne for a minute.
Yeah,
there.
although I will say, although he did, I liked what I saw. He kind of dropped back a little bit and picked
Fair.
up balls in the midfield against.
But
Tottenham.
again, that's not what you want him to do.
Yeah, I mean it's always nice to have an extra man in the midfield.
Fair. It's also nice to have a 30-goal scorer score 30
If
goals.
you can do both, then there's no problem, is there?
I don't think you can. But anyway, fair enough.
What's this thing with I know that Trafford played not great, and they have Ederson on the bench. What's this deal
How'd
with
that be a mistake?
your boy?
Donnarumma,
Donnarumma.
I think it's personal terms agreed with City.
I think he's going to go.
Yeah, I think he's gonna go, but people are saying that he's gonna fix their, like, Donnarumma might make a worse mistake if he's in goal instead of Trafford.
Genuinely.
Yeah.
Like
With
people are
ball
for-
at his feet.
People are forgetting how not good, how bad Donnarumma is
Yeah.
with the ball at his feet.
I
Let's be
remember
honest.
the first 6 months of last season.
Yeah,
and
you
you
were
guys
out on
were
him.
like finishing near the bottom of the Champions
League
League
table.
table.
Yep.
Oof.
Yeah, of course, and he's never been good at it.
Yeah.
Especially in the Prem, like you
Well,
need your
and-
feet.
Even in the
No,
in
go
the
ahead.
Champions League and in the Club World Cup specifically, I think we were playing Bayern. It was in the Bayern game. Donnarumma just he gives the ball away so much because he's not
Yeah.
adept with his feet. He just blasts it forward and gives the ball away every time.
Well, and I think that also kind of hindered City so much because with Ederson, he can see an outball so easily. He can get an outball to the midfielder, to the striker, and it'll be perfectly placed.
yeah.
And that kind of alleviates the press if the press is really, really high. With Trafford, that didn't happen at all. There was a couple plays where he would like chip a ball, but it wasn't direct. There was no conviction behind it, and it like really suppress their ability to get out of their own end. But I do like that Trafford played like shit because I said it was a weird transfer because like why are we and
You
I
should have
just like
stayed-
being proved right a little bit. Like if he
That's not proved right. You said it was bad business.
yeah, and
It's
bad
different.
business can also mean
No,
if
but
you
it's
bought it for
different,
40
though.
million.
No,
and
if
he
you
sucked.
said he was a bad player, you're like, oh, he's gonna make mistakes. It's a mistake to be throwing
bad
this young
business
kid.
can
And
mean many
then
things. You have no idea what I meant at that time.
I knew exactly.
No,
because
I
you then
don't,
explained
actually.
yourself,
You
and we made
explained what you meant.
explained
Well,
it very
maybe in the back of
clearly
my
what you
mind, I
meant.
had more plaudits to that. So anyway, my whole thing is, if you spend 40 million on a keeper when you have 3 keepers altogether, then you signed the best keeper in the world last season, then you have 4 keepers.
Why quotations? He
What's
was the
gonna
best.
Well, no, I'm just like,
No, it's not.
okay,
Put your
sure,
hands down.
whatever.
Yeah.
You're European champion, blah blah blah.
Well, Ederson's probably going to Saudi.
So if
I
Ederson
would
goes,
imagine.
then you still have
Or Gala.
Ortega. If you sign like a keeper for 40 million and he's not playing every day, that's terrible business.
Marcus Ben.
Bettinelli. Respectfully.
I still
They don't
think-
play every day, Blake.
Oh, he's getting done out. He's getting done out.
I will say-
bring on Red Side of Manchester. We'll see how he's
I
talking.
will say about Trafford though, like I still remember with the days of watching Thogden vlogs when he was playing for both. He's like, it's my brother's in net, and just another unrelated topic. I feel like Trafford should have stayed at one of those clubs that should have stayed with Burnley or a club that was fighting to stay up because he's so good. He played so well in the championship, and obviously this is another level.
Yeah.
But like he's one of those goalies that you want to see get a lot of chances. Obviously, this past weekend he didn't do great, but you want to see this is the type of goalkeeper you want to see where
Exactly.
shots are just getting fired at him consistently, and I feel like you're going to lose a bit of that with City. So
You loan him back to Burnley, get him used to the Prem for a
guess.
season. You either bring in Donnarumma
Yeah.
or do one last dance with Ederson.
I think if
And then you bring him next
if
year.
they'd kept him, if they don't buy Donnarumma, if they didn't buy Donnarumma, because I think they will, I think he would have been fine at City.
No,
I don't think
I
I
still
don't
think
this
he'll be a
mistake
great
should
keeper.
condition the
Yeah.
way that we see him. Because against Wolves, you were talking about the long ball. Him seeing a long ball against Wolves, he found Tijani Reinders on a long ball beautifully
Fair.
on the third goal.
Fair.
I think he's just gonna have to adapt his game to a team when he plays against a team that's pressing high,
Fair.
and that takes time. I saw so many Thogden pictures on Twitter though.
oh, it's so funny. It's so funny.
It's really good.
Weird thing, Papa Mate Sar on my sofa score 6.1 and yours is a 6.7 on football. Interesting.
Well, that's why FOTMob.
FOTMob ratings are they're not great.
Yeah.
They're not great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Move on,
Next game.
please.
Okay, let's move from the blue side to the red side of Manchester.
Okay, so like talking about the performance, did you add some 3 points for like playing well in the first
you give me
half?
the rundown. We didn't play well. That's my point here.
I
Why
couldn't.
don't you
I,
give
first,
the
I couldn't
rundown?
watch the game. I was camping, so
The first 20 minutes.
First 20 minutes. Yeah, sorry. You had like chances. Extra
Yeah.
2 points. Out of
Cunha could have scored a hat trick.
Yeah. Oh, Bruno. Crying about getting hit by a referee,
That was-
dodgy pen, and sends it to Rosette. That's the Bruno I know and love, baby. I missed you, and welcome back. Welcome back to my heart, you fucking dirty rat, dude. Oh, God, I love it. I love it.
United went to Craven Cottage and drew 1-1. It was the Arsenal boy, Emil Smith Rowe, on a cross.
Who assisted him?
Unmarked. I don't
Was it Iwobi?
Yeah.
Oh,
Was
my
it?
God,
Oh, my
yes.
Did you hear? Did you
Two
hear,
of our highest sold
I know,
players
yeah.
we've ever had in the club, man.
Did you hear what they said afterwards in the post match interview?
I did not.
I heard about this. What did
They said
say?
something about how they had practiced those drifts in the pocket going into the box beyond the runner because they said, and I quote, that they knew
That
that
you
the
guys would
two
turn up.
number 8s in the middle were prone to leaving runners going into the box. Talking about Bruno, talking about Ugarte, talking about Casemiro, etc. So,
Ugarte did.
and that's damning. That's really damning that teams are picking up on that now. And that's like, it's clear that we're conceding so many goals there. And that is like now a known weakness.
But Bruno's just the best midfielder in the league, though.
He's not the best midfielder in the league. And I've never once said that.
Should be nominated for Ballon d'Or though.
Yeah.
I will say though, it is a shame that you guys were playing away because we didn't get to watch another video of some guy walking around the stadium and trying to walk as much as Bruno did.
Oh
you guys see that?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, John Ellis.
have you guys? I know, Julian, you've probably seen it, but I need to tell it to our viewers. This Manchester United stat with Amorim in charge.
Go on.
29 games with Amorim in charge. 28 points. which is less than a point per game. Now let's minus the 3 teams who just got relegated last season because they beat them.
We've only beaten 4 teams that are currently in the Premier League.
4 teams in a year.
Not a year.
He loves playing like semantics and making sure that I'm politically correct with all of my words.
No, he's. Okay,
Yet-
I'm not going to defend.
Genuinely, Julian, your team sucks. Your manager might suck too. Your new signings, 007 on the way. We can literally, what did you say? We can have 00007.
That's a Tesco meal deal.
That's a Tesco motherfucking meal deal.
The whole team is 002.
And then look. Hey, you're gonna sign Baleba, and then in a year's time, we're gonna be talking about the Glazers once again.
Oh yeah, it was an own goal.
Talking
So your
about how
whole
the
team-
Glazers, ruined this team,
Yeah.
and then with Radcliffe you still can't sign players because of the money, but we have Paul, and that's why we got Cunha for 60 million. But oh my God, he doesn't score, and we don't
No,
spend
Cunha's
money.
a good player, though.
Cunha's a great fucking player.
I mean,
Did you see that Bergkamp-ass touch that he
Oh.
took?
I did not know.
He didn't score though.
But
did
hey, you can have more of those moments and keep. That's fine. You can if that's what does it for you. That does it for you.
All right, so let's talk about the actual game.
Bergkamp touch 2-1 Man United.
I told you guys a couple months ago that United should have sold Bruno. Am I right or am I right?
Your reasoning behind it was very intelligent, and the way that you worded it, and the way that you put it, looking at the big picture and the United's whole situation, it made sense. I don't think it was that crazy to say when you explained yourself. I think the claim in itself at the beginning was crazy.
I told you guys
explain it
United should have sold Bruno for 90 or 100 million to Saudi, and we could have reinvested that money in a Baleba or even a couple of great signings that, sure, we would have lost a captain, a voice in the dressing room, but you know what? That voice in the dressing room has been at the center of a lot of our biggest failings over the past 5 years. I know. And bringing in just a new player, wiping out and completely sending a signal that we are a new Manchester United, we could not have sent out that signal better than by selling our current captain. Now, if he was still playing the 10, if I trusted that he was going to put up performances like he did last year where he pulled us out the gutter sometimes, then, I would be more hesitant. But Amorim has his obsession with Bruno playing in the 8 and Bruno playing in the 8 and sometimes as a 6. At one point in this game, we were playing Mount and Bruno as a midfield pivot.
That's when it started going downhill, by the way. Exactly at that moment.
Exactly. That's when Fulham started loading up more pressure. Yeah. And you know what? Ugarte coming on last week was not a better alternative. But what I'm saying is that if Bruno is going to play that role, if that's the role that we expect Bruno to play now, sell him while you still can. Because we could actually bring in a purpose-built midfielder for that kind of role and position for the same kind of money that we could sell Bruno for, and we'll be a better team because of it. I told you guys that. And it would pain me to see Bruno go. Are you kidding me? I'm a Portuguese Man United fan. And Bruno has given us so many moments, good and bad, but mostly good, where...
Mostly good?
Yes, mostly
Yeah,
good.
mostly good. Come on.
Okay.
So it would suck to see him go, but just ruthlessly, that would have been the best move to do. And I said that. And now the chance is gone. We're getting reports that some Saudi club is still in for him, but there's no way we'll be able to sell him at a decent price while also bring in a midfielder for not an overpay at this point in the window. So that boat is gone now. And now we are... If this and the Arsenal game didn't make it crystal clear how badly we needed a midfielder, then I don't know what will. And we've been talking about this as well. If Man United don't sign a midfielder this window, I'm worried we won't even come in the top half. I'm genuinely worried about that. Casemiro can have his day. Bruno can have his day. Fucking Ugarte can have his day sometimes.
Not sure about that one though. Oh.
Grimsby, he'll be all right. But just over 38 Premier League games, most of which against teams that are going to have us hanging in the balance. I'm worried about that. Yeah. And the board knows that a midfielder is a place that we need to strengthen in too. That's why we're in for Baleba. You don't just spend 100 million on just a luxury signing. No, we've identified that as a key need in this team right now. So sure, Baleba for 110 million pounds right now, I'm not saying I want to do that. But I'm saying we need to find a solution in the next week, or else we're screwed. And then maybe we go in for Baleba next year. I don't freaking know. It's a mistake now that we didn't sell Bruno earlier and not bring in Baleba for him. That boat is gone, whatever. Now you have to bring in a midfielder to shore up, at least for the next season, and then look at Baleba next year. I don't even freaking know.
There'll be other names that pop up as well.
Well, I mean, speaking of midfielders, there's another one that's kind of in the headlines around this game.
Kobe Manu.
What is happening with Kobe Manu?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a disaster. So last week, look, we're playing against Arsenal. We need to be shored up defensively. I understand not wanting to throw in the youngster into that environment and bringing on a more defensive-minded midfielder, Emmanuel Ugarte. But for this game, you're chasing a goal. Ugarte played shit last week. You're still bringing him on instead of him. He's not even sniffing the pitch in a 10 or an 8 role.
Yeah.
What is happening with this kid?
And
I understand he's young and you want to nurture him and everything, but like... But he played in a Euros final.
Exactly. This is not about being young anymore.
Yeah.
That's
this guy
what-
was on top of the world.
That's what
a
I'm saying.
year
He
ago.
played in a Euros final.
So then let's talk about
14
Amorim then.
months ago.
So then talk to me about Amorim, not why he's not playing. Why is Amorim not choosing him? Why is Amorim not choosing Sesko once again? Bring him off the bench.
Sesko's a little different.
Sesko's a little bit
How?
different.
Guys,
but Manu's
how?
no.
because he
but
just got here.
he
Played
just
no
got here,
No,
preseason.
he
did
did.
not
He had a
play
preseason
preseason.
with Leipzig.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he
No, he
did.
didn't.
he had a couple of games. But
Yes,
like,
he did. He had like the same amount of preseason as Gyökeres. Like, I don't understand. So is he starting next week? Who you guys play next week?
We play Burnley next
Do you
week,
want
and
him
he
to start?
should
Yes,
start. He should
But I
start.
think he will start. He's just trying to ease him in, which is I think it's the right thing to
That's
do. for
fine.
Sesko.
But Manu's a
But
different
Manu's
situation.
completely different. He's been there for a year already.
2
Or
years.
just about. No, I mean Amorim. He's been there for just
Almost
under a year.
yeah.
Yes.
And he hasn't shown any signs of wanting Manu at all.
I'm not saying you should prioritize Manu in this team. I'm not saying he should be an out-and-out starter. I'm just saying when the going gets tough, try it.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
The stubbornness is what's killing
Yeah.
him right now.
That is it. And now reports are coming out today that Kobe Manu would consider leaving United in the final week of the window if the club receive a suitable offer. That's terrible. That's depressing.
Yeah.
I love this kid.
That's getting rid of one of your best up and coming players.
Totally.
that's what I mean,
One
like-
of our best academy graduates in years.
Well, and you're crying out for a midfielder. Like, play him.
That's what I'm saying. Like, look, I don't want to say I'm losing patience with Amorim. We are 2 games in. I
I
completely
can say that
understand.
because I am, and I'll explain after.
No, but like, there's this result here. I like what Amorim did in the Arsenal game, but this game here, it's on Amorim. It's on Amorim, and pressure is on Amorim because I guess you could make a case that like the midfield is still a problem, but he has been back this window. Like, pressure is on the guy. He's one of the most has one of the highest amounts of pressure
I
on
think
him.
he's the top of the list.
100%.
Yeah.
And you're making mistakes like this. You're showing favoritism. You're bringing on Ugarte before Manu. You're playing a double pivot of Bruno and Mount. Your stubbornness with Bruno in the 8 position in the first place is odd. You're not even trying anything out. It's weird. And then the Sesko thing too. Like, I probably would have started him this game if I was manager. It's not as crazy as Manu, but you have to start Sesko next week.
Yeah,
you have to start Sesko next week. I liked the kind of Mount and Burmo Cunha look, but then it's like we get those chances and there's no finishing whatsoever.
Yeah.
Same with the Arsenal thing. We talk so much about how good Burmo was at holding up play and how we did well to get into the final third. But once there's an opportunity for Dorgu or Dallo or one of these 10s to whip in a ball, there's nobody in there.
Exactly.
There's nobody in there. That's why Sesko needs to be in this team, and that's why, even Højlund, right? He's gonna go to Serie in the next couple of days, but he wants to be a Manchester United player, and for that reason, we shouldn't be isolating him out the team. Let him at least feature on the bench for this game, or at least start him for a little bit. You don't have to ostracize him totally until he leaves. It's
Yeah.
there's a couple of. This is what I was saying yesterday to Antoine. I was like, maybe my expectations were too high. Maybe I think too much of this United team. Maybe I get too excited about making top 5 or top 6 or top 7, and I'm expecting a win too much. When in reality, if we want to go for 8th place, 9th place, just one of those seasons would be considered a decent year for United. then going to Craven Cottage away and getting a point should be seen as decent. But like, I just think my ceiling maybe is too high. But also, like, this is United. You do need to get results. If we beat Burnley next week, it'll be 4 points in 3 games, and it's just, I don't know what to think of this team. And it's almost like we treat August as preseason every year. And it's so frustrating, the slow start and all of that.
Yeah.
Will we be okay? Probably. But
I don't know. I'm losing my patience with Amorim.
I told you,
really,
like,
like-
this.
Yeah,
there would
how much
be-
time are you giving him? Or you give him? I don't know.
Time is ticking. Let's just say that. Time is ticking. This could get really ugly. It seriously can. Because when I look at the performances, sure, against Arsenal, he played very well. But when I look at the games where you guys need a goal, where United absolutely need a goal, right? It's the 70th minute. And the only thing tactically that I can see is you guys hoofing a ball up to Harry Maguire to try to save you guys. It doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense to me. Why is Aiden Heaven and Ugarte? Why are Aiden Heaven and Ugarte coming on
that was
in
weird.
the 80th minute when you absolutely need a goal? I'm sorry. It seems like the standards of being Manchester United have gone down.
It has.
It-
Well, factually, Antoine,
It has, yes, but it shouldn't. And to Amorim, I don't know why he's doing this, because for him, he should be the first guy to say that the standards should be sky high. And I'm sorry, but you're subbing on two defensive-minded players with 10 minutes to go to hold on to a point? Is that seriously what's happening right
Yes.
now?
Yes.
I'm all for giving him as much time as he needs, as many signings. He completely has a different system than these managers, and he needs
Yeah.
the players to suit that, right?
Yeah.
This summer was for that.
Yeah. And
How much more time can you give him until you really start looking at these performances and thinking this might be on the manager? Because last week as well, against Arsenal, we said he coached a good game, but the one asterisk was his substitutions. It was Ugarte coming on.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, that was the one asterisk from that. Look, none of us are saying Amorim out. None of us are saying that, the next 3 games are crucial for him, that he's fighting for his job. We're not saying that. I think people are too quick to go to to blame the manager and just put everything on him when this is a project and we knew the storm was coming. I totally acknowledge that. That doesn't mean that we can't call out his mistakes.
Yes.
And just call a spade when he is making visible mistakes.
Absolutely.
That doesn't mean I want this guy to leave my club. And I think it'd be irresponsible of us to not call out these mistakes too. And one more thing on Mainu, like, there was a video of him leaving the ground yesterday, and he's just sulking towards the team bus, and he just looks just like broken.
Yeah.
He looks distraught. He looks so dejected.
I mean,
It's the poor.
It says on the
I'd
tweet
hate-
that he's looking at saying he looks so dejected.
no, but
Honestly,
fair
like,
enough.
No,
'Cause
he's right. It's just funny.
put yourself in his shoes, man.
Put yourself
A
in.
year ago, he's starting in a Euros final.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the best up-and-coming England players in the world. If you had told him that a year from then, he would not even be in Manchester United's plans under a new coach, that just kills someone's confidence.
This is how United
Absolutely.
work. This is how they've worked the past 3 years. They isolate players. They make them feel unwanted.
That's true.
They make them feel worthless. And then, sometimes it is the player's fault. Sometimes you have a bad apple.
Yeah.
But how many times can you just put it up, chalk it up to a bad apple, and you just got to say the whole barrel's rotten?
The whole barrel's rotten.
Yeah.
Fair
I
enough.
like that.
Good analogy. Yeah, one more thing on Onana as well. I'm sure you'll love this conversation.
No, because he's not playing, so it's not as fun.
Well, I thought that would be fun. He's got dropped.
No,
He's
but-
healthy. He was
No,
on the
but
bench.
The fun
The
part,
fun part
the
is
fun
watching
part
him
is
play.
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough.
Although I am having a bit of fun with Bayender on corners. Oh,
Is it-
oh my god. So not a problem in my eyes with Bayender shot stopping, at least at the basis of what
Yeah,
shot
in
stopping
open
is.
play,
In
yeah.
open play, he has the basics down, right? He won't make a mistake like Onana where he flaps a little hand there and it just goes
Not
right
yet.
through. Not yet, at least,
we'll
right?
see.
But man, on corners. Oh, on corners. How is it that every time a ball is crossed from a set piece, Bayender ends up on his ass?
It's so
It's
worrying, bro.
it baffles me genuinely.
Yeah.
Like I was baffled in front of my TV watching it. And it's without fail every single time that
It's like I can't watch.
happens.
Amorim can't
Amorim
watch.
can't even watch. This guy's looking down on corners.
When we
Yeah.
scored against you guys,
Which is crazy,
we
by
were
the way. I don't know
trying
that.
to help you. We were trying to help by was it like whoever was on the corner when Arsenal scored the goal in the 13th minute. If you watch the replay, an Arsenal player is literally lifting Bayinder's hands up in the tussle to try and save the ball, and it's just like even he can't save it from that, you know.
Wouldn't exactly say that's helping, but you know
I'm
But
poking fun.
yeah, it's worse. And now we're signing this new Belgian keeper. His
Yep.
name's
Lemons.
Senny Lamens.
Senny Millet.
Senny Lamens.
Yeah, something like that.
I don't know what we're gonna do now
You gotta
because
look at the
what
comps.
I don't like.
Yeah,
we're
look at
not
the comps.
selling. We're not selling Onana before the window closes. Like that's widely reported. Onana's going nowhere. If Bayinder's ahead of him in the pecking order, is Onana now our third choice keeper? Is Bayinder going to get sold? Like what's happening? I don't know what's happening there. But look, you're bringing this guy. I've seen some things that his shot stopping is really good, but he's not the best at distribution. He's still young. He's raw. I'm seeing David De Gea comps. You know, the guy that we fucking ostracized and kicked out the club 2 years ago. Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, and the guy you also said Onana looked like.
Oh, looked like?
Onana, you said. I mean, when Onana first signed at the club, we were saying the same thing.
Yeah.
The Gea comps. He's
I
the guy-
didn't see De Gea. It was the
Maybe not.
opposite. It was
Maybe
the
not
opposite.
you.
De Gea was great at saving, bad with his feet. Onana, you know, well, he's bad at both. But like,
Yeah.
No, but coming in, he was good at both.
Supposedly.
There were
supposedly, sure.
supposedly
Sure.
God, I want to see. I hope he starts next week, man.
against
Onana?
Burnley.
Yeah.
No, if he makes a
What if-
mistake against Burnley,
What
I
if
mean,
he,
where,
what, he
where do you
st-
go
what
from
if he
there?
starts against Grimsby?
Oh, he
Oh!
will. He will.
Probably will.
That's good.
I will say now, if United, this isn't like, I'm disappointed with the results. We've talked about it for like 15, 20 minutes. It's not like, you know, alarm bells ringing type of moment for United right now. We have to have patience. This is a rebuild. I can accept that. If we lose to Burnley next week,
Oh.
oh,
The bells are humming right
Oh.
now. The bells
is-
are
it
vibrating.
is
The
always
bells
bloody
will be
Burnley.
It
ringing.
is always bloody Burnley.
It is
look,
always bloody Burnley.
the big red button, you know, has like a cover on it. We've taken the cover off,
Okay.
Right.
and we're getting ready.
Turn the key.
If we,
Yeah.
if it's like a Jaden Anthony winner next week, and we lose to Burnley,
Josh Cullen screamer.
like we
Hey,
are fucking.
That was a good goal.
Yeah.
We are
we will be there.
His
smacking.
assist was
We
great.
We
will
are
be there.
smacking the hell out of that alarm button.
Yeah.
Because our 2 games after that are City and Chelsea. Yeah.
So in these next 3 games, how many points do we expect from United, lads?
In these next 3 games,
So they have
most
Burnley,
At most 3.
At most three.
Burnley,
Chelsea
Chelsea.
City.
well, hey,
Chelsea do
you know
all right
what?
against big. I mean,
To be
United
fair,
do
we
all right
do-
against the big 6.
Unite whoever we play against, we make it a game.
Yeah.
We will make it a game against the big teams.
That's true.
That gives you hope. And then we play against the smallest of teams, and then we make it a game there too. So we could end up with 4.
Yeah.
I'll go,
You know?
but either 2 or 4.
We'll
points.
lose to Burnley, beat City, draw against Chelsea. Just just for the fun of it, you know?
Yeah, could be.
Just to really mess with my mental health.
I'll put either 2 or 4 points. Something like that.
Any other any more like poking you want to do about United? Anything, lads?
I don't even think we poked you. You just kind of went off on a rant.
That's kind of true.
Yeah.
Low-key, like, I think that is unacceptable. Like, you look at it, 4 teams. Would you say 4 teams you've beaten
In the Premier League.
in the Premier League this year, technically? Or this Amorim?
Tenure.
I will say a lot of it too. Like last year, it was like we played kids for the last eight Premier League games of the season.
Man.
Well,
No one cared about the Premier League unless you were fighting for relegation or fighting for top 4. No one cared, realistically.
like your final 8 games of the season, you borderline didn't really care about. Title
No.
was wrapped up.
But that, like,
top 4
but-
was sealed, and you focus on Champions League. We focus on Europa League. We sacked off the last 8 games of the
But you
season.
have so
We
many
had
excuses,
Frederiksen at center
Julian.
back, Cheeto
So
B.
many
Martin.
excuses. Always an
We had
excuse.
Shea Lacey at left back.
But do you see what I mean? Like, this is why I get mad at you for accepting mediocrity.
Blake.
Like, no. I'm not hearing the Blake. Blah, blah, blah. We played the Cavs, blah, blah, blah. Like, when are you just going to say it? Dude, we need to win games. You just talked 10 minutes ago about, maybe I need to lower my expectations. Away to Fulham is a good result, a draw. Dude, what are we talking about?
Typical United? Absolutely, I agree
Bro,
with
you
you.
need
We
you need
can't let the
results.
standards. Of course, we need results. But mate, If we wanted pure and utter results right now, we would sack Amorim and bring Gareth Southgate in, and we would get more results. But is that the best move for United right now?
Maybe it might be, dude.
No,
Then I don't want to talk to you about United because you don't know
Now
what's
it's me.
right.
Now I don't
for
know
United.
what's right.
If you think that is the best move, and I don't genuinely
I'm
think you
fucking
do
kidding,
think that
dude.
is, there you go. But if
I'm just saying. Like,
but if that's the conversation we're having the wrong
look,
conversation.
we can have a conversation about United sucking all the time. I love it. But you as a person, I do like seeing you happy. And like I just do think there has to be a change. There has to be a change in, obviously in the team because they need to start winning games. But if you're just okay with chalking up last year to playing the kids at the end of the season, like that's not good enough.
And I'm not disagreeing with you that there needs to be change, heavy improvement, that there needs to be, that Amorim needs to step it up. I'm not disagreeing with you for a second on that. I can't take this shit. But what I'm saying is that when you point to like the larger results, I think like Ten Hag in his opening 30 games had like 7 losses. Amorim in his opening 30 games has like 16 or 17, which is fucking crazy. However, the context does matter to that in a certain extent. And it's not an excuse to say that when you're looking at the big records, then yeah, there's a reason we finished 15th last year. A big part of that was that we sucked and that we were in, 12th and 13th and then sacked off and then ended up coming 15th. But then also, Tyler Fredrickson at center back. Do you even know who that is? I don't even know who that is.
Okay,
That's
fair
the
enough.
kind of game we were playing.
Fair enough.
Anyways. Yeah. Fucking hand ready to press the alarm button, but I will not yet. Let's move to a much better situation in the Premier League. Another red team, your team. Let's talk about Arsenal.
Oh, I forgot
Take it
about
away,
this.
lads. I want to
Go
hear.
ahead, lads.
I want to hear from Miles.
Thank you. I'll start. I'll give like the brief my thoughts. Then if Blake wants to go deeper into it, as you can see, my my counterpart over
Blake,
there.
say something to the mic while you're doing that, so it switches.
It's not gonna switch.
No one knew the name until I put on the mask.
Start off. I wake up. I'm hearing report. I think I didn't find out until the morning of that reports were that Eze was going to be announced at the game. I was on the phone to my cousin who was going to the game, and I was like, wouldn't it be funny if they did a? It's okay. It's a little different, but like the Luke De Jong thing of like you show up and he's on the. It's obviously everyone knew about it, but like the club didn't officially recognize him as a player until the game started. So
I love when teams do that.
it's amazing, and it feels like the old days in a way. But I loved it. Eze came on. They asked fans to get to their seats 10, 15 minutes before kickoff, and you're like, who is it going to be? And then the announcement drops. And it was just like all around, just a great. Obviously, we had the injuries of Saka and Odegaard. We'll get onto that in a second. But start off the game by bringing out Eze, playing that really great song, and it's just. I've been listening to it on repeat.
dude.
Like
that reveal
Sampa,
video?
he's got a
That
great voice. and
reveal
it's-
video, I think I watched like 10 times.
Best reveal video of all time.
Oh my god, amazing.
How many times did you guys watch back all the Tottenham TikTokers,
Oh, yeah.
expressions?
Oh, yeah. Yes,
I did.
Fucking everybody.
Yeah. Yes, I
Oh, because
Well,
they were.
The funniest part was they're
Wow.
like, thank you, Tottenham fans. You guys made the comps for him, so we don't have to make it ourselves. We just post it, and it's like, there you go. It's
That's so good.
so poetic. But
Oh, so
that was a great start to the game. First, I think 10, 15 minutes they looked okay, and then it slowed down a bit, and then obviously Arsenal get a corner, they score. What's new?
Well.
Oh, well, yeah, how many? Can we check how many corners we've had this season? Because we've scored what, three
corners.
3 corners.
Already.
How many
2 games.
corners have we had?
I think we have like, I don't know this season. I think we have like 32 or 33 corner goals in the last.
Yeah, and
seasons.
the next
Wow.
the next team behind us
That's
is
unreal.
like 20.
You know what I do like though? They're not showing you over anymore. Or was that his name?
Oh, Nicholas Jover?
Nicholas Jover. I thought I
They're
saw
not,
him.
no, they're not panning to him anymore. They're not cutting the cans.
It's okay.
I do like that.
But that was good. And the game went on. A couple goals from Timber, and then obviously Gilchrist scoring. I mean, that was amazing. I was so happy. Just a little tidbit for anyone that ever enters my apartment. I purposely put it so that I don't have a coffee table right in front of my couch, I actually use the coffee table as a TV stand, so I have an entire space to like get up and move really easily instead of like a coffee table being right in my couch. So when I'm watching the game, you know, when Gilchrist has scored, I'd like jump up and you just have a lot of space to move.
Oh,
and
that's good.
It's
yeah.
not bad.
Celebrated like him.
I celebrated like I was
Yeah.
one of the the analysts that sit on the bench next to Arteta.
think
But
Blake-
This is what he does.
But at the end of the day, bring on Dauman. Just overall, just such a great day. I would say like a 9 out of 10 day. Obviously, the injuries kind of looked that over, dropped it down a little bit, but they're not too serious. And I throw it to you. I mean, also we'll leave it with my thoughts for this. Good vibe. I'm happy. Obviously, last week we didn't play our best. This week against a team that doesn't perform that well away from home.
Promoted.
We did the job. Yeah, 5 goals,
Yeah.
5 stars.
You guys are fantastic.
Yeah.
Mm.
Here we go, Blake.
Where are the boots, Julian?
The
Where
boots,
Where are the boots?
they're over there. You
Where
want me
the
to
boots?
get them?
Is 2 goals good?
2 goals is pretty good.
Is beating your man, cutting inside, taking a beautiful touch, making a run that no other player on the pitch would have made. Is that good?
What were you
good?
saying before about it, Antoine? About
Oh yeah, the dribbling.
Yeah.
And, no,
he
and
looks,
see,
he looks like he's
and
300
he
pounds.
looks-
And
he
see,
looks
this
heavy.
is crazy. This is the Arsenal agenda
Oh
firing
my
once
God,
again.
can we
No,
not-
no, but
can
you
we
do
not
it.
just
But he
joke
scored a
around a
fantastic.
little
No,
bit?
no, because he scored a fantastic goal.
It was a great
What am I
goal.
seeing?
It was
and
a
what
great
happened
goal.
when he scored his penalty? Yep, fixing his hair like all those fuckers online were texting him about or tweeting at him about.
It
You
was
wanna know why?
mostly
your own
It was mostly your
It was
own
your
fans
own-
No, it wasn't.
talking
What
about
are you
hair
talking
flicks.
about?
Oh, you know who goes on about hair flicks. You know who
It was
goes on
just
about
one,
hair
it was
flicks.
just one guy.
I have no
You
idea.
know who
Lee
goes
Gunner.
on about hair flicks.
Who?
Lee Gunner.
Oh yeah, but he's bro. That's
He's
so-
Expected hair flicks. Expected hair
All I'm
flicks.
saying is, it's been 2 games, sure, but he shut up the haters, and that goal is something we've missed for so. I haven't seen a striker's goal like that since like Gabriel Jesus' first season, and even him, he's not hungry for goals. Gyökeres is hungry for goals. I don't want
Absolutely.
someone to drop in behind and Holland's like Kevin De Bruyne now. Fuck that shit. I don't want that. I want someone to make a run, get in behind, and finish chances. I don't want a Kai Havertz. I don't want a Gabriel Jesus. I don't want a. Yeah, I don't want a Shesko. I want this guy that we have right now, and he proved in this game at least that he is the striker to do the job that we've needed.
Absolutely.
He got in behind, he created space, and that pass from was it Zubimendi? I don't know.
I thought it was Calafiore.
Might have been Calafiore.
Yeah.
Beautiful
It was Cal.
pass. But when have we seen that type of run from a striker? Maybe Havertz makes that run, but he doesn't go directly inside, attacking his defender. He waits for the rest of his team to push up with him and find another player. Gyökeres does it alone. You can laugh about his dribbling all you want, sure. No one tackled him. Why did no one tackle him? They could have, but they didn't because he's a fucking truck. He just gets in his spot and goes against the grain. Beautiful shot into the bottom corner. And I love it for him. And this is exactly what we wanted. I mean, no 007 allegations, nothing. Just a striker's goal.
Were you worried about the 007 allegations?
Of course.
Yeah?
Of course.
I feel like everyone has
Of
the right
course.
to be.
Okay.
But I will say though, like, you know how hungry he is for goals when we're up 4-0 at home, and he's like, "Give me the pen."
No, I like that.
Yeah, I love
Like,
it.
I don't want.
You just know that
I don't
he's
want
just-
Dauman to take a penalty. I don't want like I didn't know he was off at that point, but like the whole Madueke Chelsea situation. Do you remember that?
yeah.
I don't want that.
Oh.
Like, give Gyökeres the penalty. He's still new here. No one else needs the goal. Dauman is 16. He has 15. He has many times to score a goal in his career.
And you could just tell that after his first goal, Gyökeres' first goal, he just needed it.
Yeah.
You can just tell. It's
Yeah.
such a relief
Yeah.
off of
Yeah.
his shoulders.
Yeah.
Running to the fans, doing,
Yeah.
he just needed it.
Because it's
Yeah.
a confidence position.
A
So much.
100%.
Yeah.
The
Right?
pressure to play in the Premier League as a striker as well.
It's crazy.
You're expected to be that guy to bag the goals that Arsenal desperately needed last season to get to that extra step, to that extra level.
Yeah.
And after the first game, you don't play very, very well against United. It's not the greatest performance. There's a lot of pressure on you from the media, from the fans,
Yeah.
from your own fans, from the rival fans, from everyone. And then you go on and you do that. It's a great story for him, and
And
he absolutely needed it.
And though if he continues to score a lot of goals for Arsenal, it'll be such a different type of watch because we've watched like Aubameyang. He wasn't a powerful player. He was like a finesse kind of guy. He had his moments where he would get in behind, but even when he wouldn't strike a ball with all of his fucking leg power. He was
Scored 2 goals at the weekend, by the way. For
Did he?
Marseille. Yeah.
W. But he's like a finesse player. Gabriel Jesus, a finesse kind of striker. The last striker we've had who was that direct, that powerful, that strong while going forward and running is like RVP. Like there really hasn't been a guy who's been
Bagsman.
a bagsman, not a finesse guy, not a guy who's like
No nonsense
no,
number 9.
yeah, he just wants to score, and I love it. And then
Lucas Perez had that kind of play style back in the day.
Boy, stop.
bro, he was next up. And the rest of the team played great. The Saka injury is whatever. It's 4 weeks. He scored a good goal, and I did text in the group chat. Saka haters, sit the fuck down, because that's my boy. I love him to death. This is my Saka jersey I have on right now.
Would you I don't know. I saw this was making the rounds like a year ago, but like I saw it again on my For You page.
know you're
I
gonna
thought I
ask
should
me.
ask Blake about this.
know
It
you-
was the classic question of like, would you sell Saka for a Premier League title? I personally think there's only one right
No,
answer.
I don't think so. No,
That's
I
crazy.
don't think so.
And is your logic like, oh, we could win another one down the line, or is it just like I would rather have Saka than never win, or
No, the logic is you win one down the line, one, but two, it's like it would be knowing what he's done for the club,
Oh my god.
like having him not be there to win the title, it would just feel different.
He's the guy he's the one person that when we were he's the spearhead of this entire thing. But even
Yeah.
before Arteta, he was there.
Yeah.
And you look at like if you want to look into stats, you want to look into like his goal scoring ability and how consistent he is and his injuries. It's like, yeah, it sometimes isn't the best. He obviously scored this weekend and played well, but he got injured. But like, come on, like I'm with Blake on this, right?
Like,
and like
Hindsight's 2020, so it's hard to
Yeah.
say, but it's like asking any team, like any top team, if their player leaves. Sure, sometimes they might get better, but
yeah.
if they leave on a good note, it's kind of hard to.
Like, do you think like Chelsea would sell Cole Palmer to guarantee?
yes,
Oh, I think they would.
Okay.
yes, absolutely.
But that
just
is
shows
different.
levels to what their star means
But
to
Saka
them.
is like
But
he's
it's
also
different also because
he's
he
also
didn't.
ours.
he wasn't an academy.
Wasn't an
Yeah, he's ours. So
Oh right.
yeah.
Forgot. Yeah, you're right.
Like, would City sell Phil Foden?
No, but Phil Foden's shit.
Okay, guys, like I don't know
All
what
right.
this new thing with Phil Foden.
Like, come
fucking-
on.
It's
What has he-
actually
what has he
annoying.
done
No,
this
but
season?
it's annoying. It's annoying.
I mean, he was.
It's
It's
annoying?
like, it's like just because he's not being played by Pep Guardiola, his level has suddenly vanished.
I mean, it
It's
certainly
no,
vanished last
annoying.
year.
It's annoying.
Okay.
It's
He's
not.
such a City fan, bro.
Yeah.
Such a
I'm
City
not a
fan.
City
There's
fan.
some
I'm
truth
just
to it.
people
I
are
hate to say
forgetting.
it.
People are forgetting.
He's class, but he
how
has to
good
he
this
has
guy
to show
is.
it. He has to show it.
Yes, he has to show it. I just think, like, just because he hasn't played, he hasn't been the preferred starter for Pep Guardiola in a little bit of time, doesn't mean his quality has left him.
Okay. So when he comes back and if he performs, you can
Yeah.
say that again.
Yeah, I will
Absolutely.
because I know he's gonna come back. No question.
Last thing I have on Arsenal is I'm just curious to see how the Liverpool game goes because without Saka, without Odegaard is okay. We can play in one area. I thought he had a good cameo, but this is a big Madueke game. I thought Madueke played well on the left against Leeds, but it's a big Madueke game. I thought his cameo against Manchester United was very disappointing. I thought he was very lethargic, very out of sorts. I want to see how he does as the main right winger because on the left, he doesn't really have to cut inside. He can just whip a cross in or do whatever. I think his role with Timber, who had a wonderful game as well, I think that's going to be really important because if they can just double up on one of the wings and the other one, like they usually do with Martinelli, is left lame and not utilized, then that'll be a big problem against Liverpool.
Yeah.
But if both of the wingers, with assuming as it plays on the left or if he plays in the center, I don't know. If both wingers can kind of provide something, then I think we could be in for a good performance despite the absence of our best player.
If you guys beat Liverpool, then well, fuck, you're on top of the world. You're like
Title might be ours, baby.
title might be
We
on.
lose to
Genuinely
Liverpool?
might be on.
It might tip for whoever the favorite is. That
Yeah.
game literally is
Yeah.
not the decider, but
Yeah.
it'll give us more of an indication of
Game
who
week
can.
If you
Three.
beat them without Saka and Odegaard, that's a statement right there.
Yeah.
But I will say one more thing on Arsenal and the whole Eze situation. The 3 hours between Havertz getting injured
Oh my
and
god. We
Eze and Eze being like reported as your main target was like the funniest 3 hours ever.
I know.
in
'Cause it
between
was
that,
like
we signed Trossard
Nicholas
to a new
Jack-
contract, right?
Nicholas
I
Jackson
don't know what
links.
That was. That was weird.
Get me Julian Alvarez. Get me Julian Alvarez and Rodrigo. Get me Eze and Rodrigo. Well, I have to say, like, I did bring a prop for this episode.
Oh,
still.
Oh
my
my
god.
God.
Okay, let's see it. Oh wow.
I have a theory about Eze.
Jesus Christ.
As Julian, just for the audio listeners, as Julian puts on a tinfoil hat.
Yep,
Go ahead.
yeah, custom made actually.
Okay, let's see.
I have a theory about Eze, like how the whole like transfer happened. Because when you think about it, your substitute striker gets injured, so you spend 70 million on a winger or a 10.
Okay.
And now, assuming Eze wouldn't be playing at the 9, you can never doubt that with Arteta, but we highly doubt that.
Yeah.
I don't see the logic in Havertz getting injured being the deciding factor in spending that money on your left winger. Do you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
and then you also consider the
Oh, hats off.
Oh, back on.
sorry boys. Yep. We're still, you also consider the fact
What are you gonna say?
Say it. I have a feeling that considering the fact that the length of injury, like the severity of the Havertz injury hasn't been reported yet, it's all just a little bit fishy. My theory,
Oh my god.
I think Berta and Arteta really wanted that left winger, really wanted as a Spurs are closing in. It's like, shit, we need something to happen. Either like Havertz gets injured or Havertz, maybe you guys are like overblowing how serious the injury will be and he's magically back in 4 weeks, whatever it may be. And then you go to Josh Kroenke and you're like,
Who doesn't know a lick of football?
who doesn't know a lick of football? And you're like, hey, this attacker just got injured. We need to spend 70 million on an attacker right this instant. So you don't spend that money on Nicholas Jackson as an emergency striker like we thought there for a minute. You weren't looking at like a Julian Alvarez who's disgruntled that. You're not looking at strikers like we all thought they would.
Right.
You now spend that money on the left winger.
Yeah.
So my theory is that Josh Kroenke, not knowing a lick about football, just heard that you guys had an attacker injury and was like, you know what, guys? Yeah, I knew we weren't going to spend this money on Eze before, but yeah, you know what? Now you can do it. And then Havertz will be back soon.
I mean, I don't know why you made that whole thing a spectacle when it's like, one, it could be true.
I wanted to make it sound dramatic.
Oh, fair.
Yeah.
It was dramatic.
It was dramatic. It was good. It was
Yeah.
good.
It was really
I
good.
can see
Two, you could just say that one attacker went down. You just want more attacking cover. And 3, we already have a backup striker. Gabriel Jesus exists, and he's back in training.
Let me see the back of the hat, Julian. Oh,
Oh,
okay.
goodness
It's not a full.
But yeah, no, I mean, like, Gabriel Jesus is a player who's under contract, who's
Yeah.
serviceable in backup minutes.
True.
Like,
And we have Mikel Marino.
And we have
In
Mikel
all
Marino.
seriousness, we
So I
actually-
know what you're saying, and I do think there probably was a hint of overreaction or at least overbearing the news to the higher ups to get a deal done.
Yeah.
But I do think that while your spiel was very good, I do think that there is a sense of like, hey, we need an attacking option. And like, if this isn't a sign that more players will get injured, like we
Yeah.
saw just happen with Saka, then hey, Josh, give us some money. Let's get the guy who wants to come here so bad and has
Yeah.
proved it in the Premier League.
Yeah.
Let's get him in.
And let's be clear, if Arteta and Berta did pull that move, that's smart from them.
Yeah, facts.
That's a good.
Yeah,
That's a good ass move.
It's like, yeah, it's crazy.
That's a good House of Cards esque
Bro,
move.
it's,
right
it's
there.
like I've seen you guys. I don't know. You guys aren't wrestling fans, but did you guys see Seth Rollins fake an injury?
Oh, I saw that for when with Havertz. They're like, oh, this is
Yeah.
what's gonna happen with Havertz.
There was a wrestling player. There's a wrestling player. Jesus, a wrestler who like faked an injury in the story to like cash in his Money in the Bank contract and win the title. So like he like flings off his crutches, and that's like kind of what.
Oh, I've seen that.
I
clip,
think
actually.
I think
Seen
though,
that
like
meme.
at the heart of it with the
Yeah, we have
the
those-
actual transfer as a even if the injury never happened, I think we like if Arsenal actually showed that they wanted him, you still would have come. I think they just wanted to use it sort of as an excuse,
yeah.
Probably.
which is what you're saying. And I
Well,
and
you wouldn't have gotten Eze if this injury to Havertz was to happen because Tottenham were like
Yeah.
final stages of the
Yeah.
deal.
Yeah.
The night before it had broken that an agreement had been reached pretty much between Tottenham and Crystal Palace.
Yeah.
That's why you had the Tottenham fans the day before clowning you guys.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure there's stuff though. Usually after big transfers, somebody in the Athletic will write a piece about how it all got put together. Because before the announcement was actually made that Arsenal are in for him, I think it happened on a Thursday. I'm pretty sure Eze called. I mean, obviously that was when the club started talking to Eze's camp, but Eze actually called Mikel, being like, "I want to come here."
Yeah.
So, he was brought up. he was brought up in the academy for a few years, then he left. He's now back, and the prophecy's been complete. And our boy's home. So
So is the hat gonna stay on the rest of the episode?
Oh shoot.
maybe take
Oh,
it off,
no,
and then
I
if you
was-
have another
I'm
outrageous
not
take,
against it. I was just wondering.
Tinfoil hat is so funny, bro.
if I have anything outrageous,
We'll keep that on hand. It'll
Yeah.
be, we
Yeah.
love a good
Very
theory
fitting
here.
for Miles, actually.
He means like physically. Oh, I see.
Yeah. You got
Ah, yeah,
got it? Okay.
I see now.
Okay.
I see now.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, I went right over it.
Right over my head.
Oh, yours?
right over
You
your
don't
head.
get it still?
No, you can
Oh.
explain to me after.
Yeah, I'll just type it for you.
Okay.
No, don't get him giggling off the
Okay, let's
Tell
what's,
him
what's the
after.
next game?
Let's move to let's move across London. Let's go to West Ham,
What are we
Chelsea
at?
here.
West-
We're in an hour.
Okay, let's speed it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
West Ham. Chelsea dominated. Okay, cool. Next
Chelsea absolutely dominated. West Ham
West
look
Ham,
like a
oh
disaster.
my god!
Yeah.
Yeah, West Ham. I'm not too sold on. I don't know. That's
Yeah,
big.
yeah.
You good?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
that's
got
pretty
it.
good.
I told you to wait. Anyways, yeah, it's not. It's weird because there's nothing. So who they play? They lost to Burnley in the.
They
sorry,
lost to Sunderland in the
Sunderland,
opener.
Sorry,
Yep.
lost to Sunderland. They now lost to Chelsea. Very convincingly
Rough loss
lost.
as well,
yeah,
yes,
for
very
both
much.
games. Where do?
The
I mean,
Paqueta goal was nice. So it was all downhill from there.
Potter he's gonna
Yeah, he's
go,
under pressure
and
right now. He is
he's-
under pressure.
yeah.
If it wasn't for the Nuno whole political situation going on at Forest, then he would be way up at the top of favorites to be sacked.
Yeah.
Like their team
but
is
then-
their team is good. Their team is not bad.
Well, you ask West Ham fans, and they would say,
Keeper. man.
it's the keeper
He's
Yeah.
so bad.
who they just spent like 25 mil
Yeah,
on,
from
and
Leicester.
it's also the midfield. The midfield is a big problem for West Ham fans. They're saying that if they don't bring in, they said if they don't bring in one or two midfielders by the end of the window, they are going to get relegated.
I mean,
that's
and
what
that's-
West Ham fans
And
are
that's
saying.
not even crazy to say that.
Wait, you guys know
Yeah.
who's on West Ham, bro?
Mm.
Wes Fotheringham.
Really?
Oh
Sheffield
yeah.
Legend.
Sheffield
Yeah.
legend.
Yeah.
Sheffield legend.
Sorry, that's
But yeah.
that's funny.
They have a fun.
All right.
Areola.
We're not gonna go name
But
for
this
name.
is the thing. Like you sack David Moyes, you bring in Lopetegui. That doesn't really work. So you're like, okay, we're gonna do the project with Graham Potter, but then you don't even consider the fact that this personnel of players does not fit Graham Potter whatsoever.
No.
Aaron Wan-Bissaka as a sprawling wingback. What are we doing?
Yeah.
What are we doing? And then
And also defensively, I wasn't very sold on Aaron Wan-Bissaka against Chelsea at all.
no, so that's always
think
been
it's
his thing. 1v1 defending, elite.
clear.
But so many times for
Marking the
United
back
would
post.
fall asleep on the back post.
My goodness, I think it was 3. Was it 2 or 3 goals that it was his mistake?
Yeah.
I think it was 2, but at least 2 for sure.
You would think that wouldn't be his responsibility as much as if they have a back three, but yeah, Agard, Kilman, Todibo. That's rough.
I like
That's
Todibo,
that's, that's rough.
Todibo.
Todibo, I do like. Jean-Claire?
Why do they do it backwards? Is that like a French thing?
No, I don't know why he did that.
Because
there was
Even
a-
like
there was
French Twitter and French Snap or like French TikTok, they're clowning him for it.
Because I think another player did that too.
Really?
I think he was French.
Really?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Todibo, Jean-Claire.
Do you think they try to like be silly in those names? So they
I
get
think
a
next
little
year, 100% they're
Freddie
gonna
bit? You
say
think
Woodman.
so?
Way!
Freddie Woodman.
The
Order is
really
restored for Chelsea.
what's that?
Order is restored for Chelsea.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, there has to be a sense of calmness. Obviously,
100%.
Palmer got injured in the warm up, but then you bring on Estevao, and Estevao looked like a player, didn't he? It's Steven.
Yeah.
Steven.
Estevao.
Guys, like I'm telling you, if they get second, I'm chill with that.
So is Estevao just his name is Steven? Is that what it is?
Is that what it's supposed
That's
to
what.
think
That's
what it-
kind of how it
I
sounded.
think that's what it
Steven.
is.
Interesting.
Steven.
Steve.
Yeah.
be? Steve. Yeah.
Sorry, but no, he was great.
Yeah.
He was
I mean,
great.
He
like,
was
That
great.
little run he went on. Woo!
Yeah.
guys, I was probably wrong about Cucurella. He's kind of good.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, he's kind of good.
What'd you say about him?
I just said he sucked.
You're about 8 months late to that party.
Yeah.
but-
He's just annoying.
I think looking at West Ham's situation, I partially blame it on. Hold on, I just one thing to say. I partially blame it on their situation with the stadium.
Oh, you think like
What is that
far
situation?
away from the crowd?
So they,
Oh,
first
yeah.
of all, they don't. So they play in London Stadium, which was built for the 2012 London Olympics. They don't own the stadium, which, first of all, financially speaking, is
kind of sucks, right?
Yeah.
kind of it very much sucks. You're
Yeah.
paying whoever owns it, whoever owns the stadium, you know how it works.
Yeah,
They
I
don't
got you.
own it.
I got you.
And it is at the heart of it all, it's not built for football. How many times do we look at a team like Leeds and how crucial it is for their success in staying up in the Premier League because of one thing, the atmosphere that they create at home, right? The atmosphere, most of the time you want to get, but the whole point of it is you're always trying to get your fans behind and, get the fans behind the game with the players, and eventually the players will feed off that energy and play well. When you have something so down to the rotten core of what's going on with London Stadium. Like I know people that have season tickets there, and I've seen photos of like their seats. Like, oh yeah, we're row 5 in the block 4 or whatever, and that's like closest to the field. That is so far. People bring binoculars to the game,
That's
and
crazy.
it's impossible to build any atmosphere. Yeah, the team doesn't play well, but when you can barely even hear your fans, and your fans don't even feel like they can build atmosphere because everything is so spread out and big. It's just worrying, isn't it? Like, I don't know.
Yes, the stadium situation, like that, what you said is valid, but they've also seen success at London Stadium. They've also made Europa League, or was it Conference League?
Conference
the
League.
Conference
Won
yeah.
the damn Conference League
Yeah,
at the
that's
London
fair.
Stadium. Like, I think let's just play football at the end of the day, and they're not doing that.
No, they're not playing.
Yeah.
But there's a point to what you're saying.
It makes sense.
I
what
do
you're
think
saying,
a lot.
but
yeah.
they've seen success at London Stadium, so it's
Yeah, I guess playing
Yeah.
teams in Eastern European countries. Like, yeah, I'm not discrediting them for that. But
We should move on though.
We shall move on. Is
Is there anything crazy? Like, I mean, Everton won and Jack Grealish played really well.
Yep.
And I think
Humidity
that-
I
New
scored.
stadium.
You know what?
Pick
I
up
like
the
him a lot
fantasy team.
better. I know, facts. I like him a lot better when he's not on City. Like, he's a lot more likable.
Oh,
again.
absolutely.
You know what I mean?
even his playing style
Absolutely.
too.
Totally.
I mean, the big thing with Jack Grealish and we were clowning him at City was because he completely changed his playing style.
Yeah,
under
he was
Pep
not.
Guardiola.
He was not the Villa.
He was not the Villa Jack Grealish.
Yeah.
He wouldn't take his man on. He would always cut back and pass it back to the midfielder. Against Everton, I'm sorry, but was it Weaver, the Brighton right back? He was scared every time Jack Grealish had the ball.
Yeah.
Or against Brighton, sorry. He was scared every time Jack Grealish had the ball, and you could seriously sense that, especially in the second half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did not want Jack Grealish to come near him.
Yeah.
Mm.
And that ultimately led to Jack Grealish having a great performance.
Yeah. W.
Because he actually took his man on like he used to for Villa. And this is the Jack Grealish that we'd love to see.
Big up.
How much is he on FPL? I might have to.
I know.
Might
Jack
have to
Grealish?
dabble.
Who knows, man?
He was probably priced when he was at City.
I'm gonna guess 6.5.
Yeah, that's probably his price.
And then other notable. It was just
Bournemouth
Bournemouth won.
game? Yeah. Burnley won. Bournemouth won.
Disappointed in my Sunderland. I will
Disappointing your
say.
Sunderland.
It's okay.
Yeah.
They're gonna go up and down.
But the
Villa.
thing is, now I'm worried because they played West Ham in the first game. And is it a product of just West Ham being absolutely
fucking
awful?
garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah, Villa haven't scored a goal, right?
Villa
have
worrying.
are yet to score a goal.
Yet to
Ollie
score a goal.
Watkins looks worrying.
See, I want to bring him in because it's one of those ones like he's due. He's due for a goal, but it's like might just have to be a Chris Wood situation. Gotta be honest.
Yep.
lads.
A rare mention of Saudi Arabia, but Ronaldo was like really close to winning his first trophy with Al Nasser, but they
Bro,
lost.
he is.
on
They
pens.
are snake bitten, eh?
They are. It's a weird ass
I know.
situation over
It's
there.
super weird. They're snake bitten.
Benfica won. Big up Benfica.
And you watched it.
And I did watch it.
So
I
we're
watched
one-
the
so we're
Frederick
1 for 2, Blake?
Arsons. The Frederick Arsons banger.
Okay. So how good was it? Goal of the season?
1 for 1.
contender?
We are.
It was like
1 for 2.
you know the Isak goal? Yeah, the Isak goal
scored a
like
couple.
over the top where it's like he's like edge of the box. I think it was against Liverpool in a league game. Whereas like he's kind of like edge of the box slightly to the right and he just
Oh yeah,
Thunder.
yeah. I
Just
remember that.
thunders it
Yeah.
into like the top corner.
This is a goal?
That was the type of goal
Interesting.
we're talking here. And yeah, Prestiani
You know what
as
I
well.
love?
Hey, Prestiani, young Argentine, 19 years old.
Cristiani?
Prestiani, remember the name?
I think we saw a little bit of him at the Club World Cup, did we?
We did see a little bit of
Just a
him.
tiny bit,
He
yeah.
came off the bench in this game, grabbed himself a
God,
goal.
Club World
Neat
Cup.
little goal. He's great dribbler.
Interesting.
Anyways.
I love goal of the season contenders in the first week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Gyökeres goal.
Okay, dude. Like Cremonese's goal against Milan, the second goal. Did you see it?
I did not see
A
it.
bicycle kick.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
Milan lost to a promoted team at the weekend,
Yeah, they did.
and the winner was a bicycle kick.
That's crazy.
Insane goal.
That's crazy.
Did you watch the game?
No, not that game.
Not perchance.
I watched a couple Serie A games though. I would say I was there.
Napoli got off to a winning start. McTominay,
McTominay,
man of the match in the first game.
continuing
of the
where he
season.
left
That is genuinely Julian's worst take of all time.
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah.
And I reposted on trial reels
Yeah.
the overrated McTominay shot.
Yeah, it didn't do well.
He's still getting clowned.
Yes.
Hey, you know what? Overrated 11. I stand by. I
Okay.
stand by.
Did you
Oh,
see
well,
that
that's
photo
just
of
not-
him on the
We
pitch?
all have our bad takes. What?
Did you see the photo of him on social media this weekend of him like sitting on the pitch like this? Or just like, man, how
Where
his
he's
life has been
You know, like
upgraded.
a midfielder prime McTomainay and an older
And Kevin De Bruyne?
Like that's who would have thought
You
And,
that?
show-
and you add Lobotka on top of that.
Lobotka.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Is that
You
Van
show-
Gisela?
Yeah.
There you
Yeah,
go.
they're running
That's
away
my
with
team, bro.
You show Man City and Man United fans that picture of De Bruyne and McTominay like 2 years ago, and
Yeah.
they're
Oh,
like,
yeah.
"What the hell?"
Like
am I
Yeah.
looking
what
at?"
simulation are we living in? bro?
Exactly.
That's crazy.
But big up Napoli as well. Juventus won 2-0 against Parma. Joe David with a goal.
yeah.
Kenan Yildiz to Jonathan
Jonathan
David.
David.
That was good.
It was a
That's
good, tidy
that's a
finish.
link up I'm looking forward to
Tidy
seeing.
finish.
Yildiz just because you like him? Is that why? Like you're accenting that?
How can you not?
How can you not?
How
Yeah, that's
can
fair.
you not?
Okay.
You know.
Just wondering if there was like another.
Speaking
agenda.
of how
Like,
could
if
you not, talk to me about Como.
Oh, I mean, how can you not?
it-
So
Fabergé.
we are top of the league.
We.
Oh,
No,
it's
no.
crazy.
Yeah, but if you follow the story with my quote unquote love for Como,
Yeah.
Whoa.
I started watching them last season. You know, it was just a boring day. Como was playing. Oh, why not turn Como on? And I was turned on actually. Not
There you go.
So no, they're continuing where they left off, and this project that Pep
been one
Guardiola,
game.
not Fabregas.
Pep
Guardiola.
Guardiola.
Hey,
It started.
might just be Pep Guardiola at this point. No, I'm kidding. That Cesc Fabregas is building. It's really good. There's a lot of young players in that team, like Nico Paz. There was Heze or Jesus. I think his last name is Rodriguez. He made his Serie A debut yesterday.
See Rodriguez.
No, Jesus.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I like
I thought
that.
you were
19
talking
years
about
old.
like
I
the
like
old Real
that.
Madrid
Yeah,
player.
is
I'm
it
like, what?
Jesus Rodriguez?
Yeah.
Yeah. He had a great game. Duvikas, a striker. Like there's a real project with that team.
Okay.
A lot of people are high on them this season, and I thought they absolutely handled Lazio. They absolutely handled them.
Not a bad outfit either.
What do you mean?
Lazio. They're not
Oh.
doing this against like Cremonense or something.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. Like this is a
I mean,
team
Cremonense
that
won
made.
the-
This is a European team in Lazio that they dominated throughout the entirety of the game.
Yeah.
I want to talk about Nico Paz specifically. I think Nico Paz might be genuinely the most underrated player in world football.
Wow.
I don't see enough talking about. I don't see enough people talking about Nico Paz. The things that he brings to this Como side, the creativity that he brings, you can see on Como's first goal, the turn on Nuno Tavares, and then the pass to play Duvikas, literally inch perfect to Duvikas. He barely has to take a touch, and he finishes it into the back of the net. And then the free kick, the technical ability to take that free kick brilliantly.
Wow.
I don't think enough people are talking about, or enough people in the world, in the bigger
Yeah.
scheme of things, are talking about Nico Paz as much as they should. Tottenham bid 70 mil for Nico Paz, and it was rejected by Como.
Yeah.
I think there's a reason why it was rejected, because he's worth more.
Mm.
I think this
Unless
is
it's
a
Real
player,
Madrid.
or he's going to Madrid. But this is a player
Yeah,
that
facts.
in 5, 6, 7 years, we could be looking at as one of the best attacking midfielders in the world. And I don't want to get too carried away, but from what I'm seeing right now in this great project that Como is building, it's irreproachable right now.
Yeah.
You know who are the two minority shareholders of of Como? Is Thierry Henry and can
And
you guess the second one? I'll give you a hint. He's
Arsenal?
the current manager of Como.
yeah, Cesc Fabregas.
It's the first
That's
time.
why-
It's the first time ever that a manager has an actual stake in the
Yeah.
team.
I mean, that's why I don't know the entire logistics of the ownership and all that, but
Yeah.
that's mostly why they get the pull that they get. They can offer
Yes.
those big salaries because they have the backing of those big names behind them.
That's a
No,
good
not-
idea.
yeah,
W's in the chat.
not
You want
yeah, yeah.
a young prospect, like highly touted coach like Cesc Fabregas
Like,
to be
this is-
invested in your project.
Well, you
That's
have
how do
Thierry
it.
Henry who owns part of the club, and all he needs to do to fucking get
God,
you
I
to
love
join
him.
is just send you a video. Be like,
Yeah.
Jacobo Ramon. Oh, Jacobo. Is this the guy that was
Who?
Jacobo Ramon?
The center back?
Is this that's not the Jacobo that was on Madrid?
No.
Okay.
No.
but yeah, I remember
talk
listening to
about
a podcast with Thierry Henry, and he was
Jacobo.
talking about how he's enjoying, he's like, oh yeah, me and me and Fabregas are getting involved in this, and we really enjoy it, and it's something fun and different. It's a fun, exciting team.
That's great.
Yeah, it's their identity that I really like.
Yeah.
They have a clear style of football.
Mm.
Yeah.
And it's good for Cesc Fabregas because he's already
Totally.
building his managerial
Totally.
experience. He'll probably go to a bigger club in the next couple years.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, I'm very high on Como this season.
Let's move.
Little European push, perhaps.
Let's move to La Liga. Let's move to Barcelona, who pulled off a little remontada
Yeah,
against Levante.
Blake screaming mid.
Blake, how you doing over there?
Good.
Okay.
Elbow's a little sore, lads.
Yeah,
Levante up 2-0 going into halftime. Pedri with an absolute peach
yeah.
right at the 50th
the
minute to
turning point of the
spark the
game, I think.
comeback, and then they won it through technically an own goal
Yeah.
in the 91st minute to take all 3 points.
I think that's the turning point. Was
And you
Pedri's-
just knew this
Pedri's
was gonna
goal.
happen,
You
and
knew
it-
the comeback would happen, but I think what sparked the comeback was that peach from Pedri.
Absolutely.
What a goal!
This guy only
it
scores
nice?
bangers,
It
eh?
was insane.
Only scores
Genuinely.
bangers.
I don't remember the last time Pedri scored a normal goal.
Fair. Yeah.
Marcus Rashford taking off right when Barca start the comeback.
Yes, stank up the gaff. I will say
He started, eh?
he did
It's the
start.
start.
Interesting. Good for him.
I still can't believe that he plays for Barca.
It is good for him that he takes
It is
that
really
playtime.
weird.
Yeah, I like that. I like
But
that.
he wasn't
Yeah.
making good use of that playtime.
Rashford and Yamal, eh?
That's dangerous.
Just it's
That's
odd.
dangerous.
Yeah.
We saw Rafinha in the 10 for the first time. I don't know how I felt about it. I think if
I
you
feel like in theory that could work.
it could work against a team that's not playing low block
That's fair.
like Levante.
Mm.
Because oh my god, I mean, the games that I've watched in La Liga so far, it's literally been all low blocks. I've seen Levante. They played Mallorca in the first game. That was low block against
Yep.
9 men.
Yep.
Real Madrid
Elche.
played Osasuna. That was low block. Real Madrid played
Elche.
Oviedo this week. That
Yep.
was also low block. I'm getting pissed off at low blocks because I'm also watching PSG in Liga. Those are also low block.
Yeah.
I'm falling asleep in front of my TV.
You know
Let's
where he
do
didn't
some
see a
about
low
it.
block? Villarreal Girona, where
Oh.
Tejan Buchanan grabbed a hat trick.
Hey, shout out Tejan, bro.
Yeah.
He's had such a rough go of it because the whole thing with Inter and like whatever happened there, it's been tough. He got his move to Europe and it didn't go the way he wanted to, and then he finally is supposedly finding his footing in Villarreal. A hat trick for a winger, nonetheless.
Yeah.
Kind of turns me on a little bit.
Just saying though, Girona
Yeah, but
this season, they're going
hey,
right
all
down.
I'm saying is, 2 years ago, who was the striker who you love from Girona? that-
Dovbyk,
Dovbyk. Remember
Yep.
him?
Roma now,
Yep.
Yeah.
who also played very well.
But anyway, shout out Tejan, bro.
It's
Come on the
just-
pod, please.
His first goal, oh my goodness,
Yeah,
ridiculous.
the
Yeah,
Meg,
Meg
eh?
into
and then
the
the
roof of the
finish
net.
from like an impossible angle
Yeah.
is just unreal. Can't really say much about Villarreal, but we love a little Canadian doing well. Same with Joe David.
real quick on
So-
Barcelona.
So,
still.
shout out to them. Keep going.
So yeah, we saw Rafinha in the 10. I think if Barca are to play a low block, I think Dani Olmo is better suited in the 10. But
Absolutely.
If Barca are playing a kind of a higher team that want to get at you and press you, then Rafinha I think I'm gonna really like in the 10 because that creativity that he can bring and the fast thinking, that's gonna be really good. I'm excited to see Rashford again when Barcelona are gonna play a higher team playing higher up because obviously we know what he can do with his speed and we know
Yeah.
he can take his man on very well.
Yep.
Things like that. One asterisk, actually, it's a pretty big asterisk. They conceded 2 goals against Levante, and I think mostly it's Araujo for me. I think Araujo is a nuisance to this Barcelona team. I think if they want to find success, if they want trophies this season, I think he can't start in that high line. It has to be Christensen, in my opinion, or you sign another center back. You look at the best moments, the best Araujo, the best level that we've seen from Araujo.
He's on FIFA 23.
It was that. It was 2023. It was that. It was that year. It was under Xavi when when the back line was lower, much lower. That was the best that we'd seen from Araujo, and that's when he was really highly touted, and when the best center back in the world shouts were thrown around, because he really was at that level. When he plays in the lower line, when he doesn't have to get back super quick. The suicide playing style that Barca employ, he really is a good center back. But the way that Flick plays his football, where he needs that high line almost the halfway line, I find that Araujo really finds it difficult to align himself with the other center backs. And we saw it a little bit last season when he came on for Barcelona. It was Inigo Martinez and it was Kubarsi last season. And one thing that made Inigo Martinez so good, it was that he could line up the back line so well. He was commanding in that back line. And it was mostly up to him that Barcelona were so effective with the offside trap. You lose Inigo Martinez this season, and it looks like night and day. Let's not forget the reason Barcelona were eliminated from the Champions League last season. It's Araujo trying to get back as quick as possible. The reason that Barcelona are eliminated in the Champions League 2 years ago, it's Araujo getting sent off because he was a last man on Barcola.
Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna work if he stays starting for this team. I think Barcelona either need to look to buy a new center back that is adept playing high up the pitch, or start Christensen, who I think can do a better job at that role in that position.
They still have trouble registering players, don't they?
Yeah, that's also the thing.
They're probably not going to sign a center back.
And it's not like they don't have the pull for it. I'm sure a lot of players would love to go
it's
to
financial.
Barcelona. It's just the financial thing.
Yeah.
That's my big worry with Barca this year. Is when you're into the latter stages of the Champions League, when week in, week out you're fighting for points, and Xabi Alonso's team continues to win, then it's gonna matter. It's gonna matter a lot, and you can't rely on a remontada every single week against a not great side. So I don't know. There's some red flags in Barca. Their attack, obviously, there's no question there how good it is, but yeah, that defense, I agree with you. There needs to be some reinforcement there.
For sure. And we've said that even before Inigo was sold.
Yeah.
That was kind of a problem last year too.
That was yeah.
Wow.
We were saying it in our every one player every team should sign. We said both of ours was a center back, right? For Barca.
Okay, well, let's move to Real Madrid then. Speaking of, they grabbed a 3-0 win yesterday against Real Oviedo. They also won their league opener, which we haven't talked about because it happened after our last episode as well. But they beat
Osasuna.
1-0 win. Pretty boring game, to be honest. Wasn't the best performance.
Even this one.
But against Real Oviedo, it was like a so-so performance. It was 1-0 for most of the game. Mbappe grabbing 2, Vinicius 1 right at the end.
Into this game. I like that.
Yeah, I did. I want to give a special shout out in this game to Arda Güler. And I've been giving my fair share of Güler.
He loves Arda Güler. I noticed that in the Club World Cup.
Where did he come from again?
It's a great question, actually. Where did Arda Güler?
Somewhere. Oh,
he came from
Fenerbahce.
Fenerbahce.
Oh,
like
I thought he was
Right.
I was just wondering if it was
Besiktas.
like some Portuguese.
No.
like
He's
I've been
just an enjoyer
talking.
of the game.
Yeah.
I've been talking about Arda Güler as like a youngster to watch in the next couple of months, but no, he's grown up from that category. Yeah. Arda Güler is already one of the best midfielders in the world, and I think it's only a matter of time until the debate between like him and Pedri is going to be. I'm not saying it will be a close one or something that like he'll overtake, but I'm saying that's going to be a conversation, Barcelona fans, that we're going to be having soon, and it's going to be an uncomfortable one for you. Like what the amount this guy's able to control games, to create chances
That's the biggest
in a
thing
low
for me.
block. They're going to him for creativity, to create stuff. And the more you watch him play, the more it blows your mind that Carlo Ancelotti wasn't playing this kid when Real Madrid needed goals last year.
Yeah, I think that's credit to Xabi Alonso mostly because Arda Güler coming up was mostly known for playing on the wing.
Yeah.
To find that talent, to find that you can deploy a talent like that in the midfield and completely almost transform his game. Not saying he didn't have the creativity before, but to see that you can utilize that in the midfield, that takes a lot of skill.
Yeah.
And the way that Xabi Alonso did it, it's irreproachable.
Yeah.
And I think they always say the hardest thing in football is to score goals. But I feel like with modern day football, the second hardest thing, or maybe the just as hardest thing to do, is to break down a low block. And if what you're saying is right, and this guy is like the key to continue breaking down low blocks for this Real Madrid team, then like, you know what? Maybe I can be sold on it. If we're buying stock, we're going back to that episode. I can perchance buy.
Did I
a
buy
little bit.
stock in him? Was he
Did
one of
you?
my players?
I think you did.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
There's a crazy fact from this game where Arda Güler created 7 chances in the first half alone.
Yeah,
Pedri's highest chances created in a full match in his entire career is 6.
Trying to start a narrative here, Julian. I don't know about that.
Now-
I don't know about
now-
that. That's
now
that's a
Pedri-
little-
No,
Julian's got a bit of Madrid
no,
in him.
no,
let's
no,
not
no,
forget
no,
Yeah,
that.
he
No,
does.
no,
He
no,
does
no.
have a bit of Madrid in him.
Remember the Ronaldo days.
No,
He's
no,
got a
buy
bit
it.
of-
There's an
Gotta buy it.
asterisk. Okay, Pedri's not on set pieces. There's obviously that aspect to it. And not for a second right now am I saying that Arda Güler is clear of Pedri. That is not an even debate we could have right now. But like I said before, that debate is coming.
Yeah.
That's going to be something that we have a lot.
I'm very eager to see how he's going to play against the better teams. Against the teams in the Champions League, against the better teams in La Liga. If he can keep this level, then yes, I think we're on that. We're
Yes.
we're
That's what we
having
need to
that
see from him
conversation.
next.
But first, he needs to play at that level. It's great that he's doing it against these lower level teams. He needs to keep that level.
Yeah.
Against the higher level teams. And also, when Jude Bellingham comes back, how is that going to change things? Valverde has a less of an important role, or at least against Oviedo, I thought he had a less of an important role. Like, you expect from Valverde to be that guy to change things. I don't think he did that as much as you expected against Oviedo. So, it's going to be interesting to see how that'll all come in together and all play a factor in this, and how this Real Madrid midfield operates, especially when Jude Bellingham's back. If we want to talk about the performance in general, I really liked what I saw from Madrid.
I liked what I saw. I mean, the first half I thought was like still kind of similar to what I saw in their first game. And then second half was like kind of along those lines. It looked a little bit better. I think the late goal from Mbappe and then Vinicius made it look better than it kind of was. Like,
And I'm happy Vinicius scored too.
did you see Mbappe's second goal? It was an interception from Vinicius. Vinicius carries. He lays it off to Mbappe, who tucks it in nicely. And then Vinicius turns to the Real Oviedo defenders and is like giving it this. Is like
That's
giving
good.
it the like the
That's
talk
good.
now, like the fuck you.
Like, this is the Vinny that we missed. This is the
This
Vinny
is
that
the
we
Vinny
need.
that will come second in the Ballon d'Or for his attitude. You know, this is
Fair.
the best version of Vinny.
Fair.
That
But
Oh,
hey,
yeah.
if it means if Vinny coming second in the Ballon d'Or means that he finds his level again, then I don't mind that at all
Fair.
for him.
I guess so.
Yeah.
This is the killer that we need. Like, this was so good. His goal is so good for his confidence. That's the biggest thing for me.
Yeah.
Is that he was looking for it.
Yeah.
And the way that he just talks to the fans after he's giving it to them. That's the Vinny that we need. We needed that.
Absolutely. Any other points on this game? That's
I think it's a big indicator of their defensive prowess is that they conceded 0 goals in 2 games already. Sure, it's not against the best teams in the league, but the fact is that they hadn't done that since 2016 under Rafa Benitez. They hadn't
Starting
conceded
off.
0 goals in 2 games in the first 2 games of the league since Rafa Benitez in 2016.
That's interesting.
So it's a good defensive turnaround too, because that was also one of the biggest flaws last season.
Of course.
Although there was a lot of injuries.
Interesting.
Interesting.
I think one more point on La Liga is the Atletico Madrid game. We can be quick with it, but they drew 1-1 to Elche.
Don't want to say I called it last week, but I called it last week.
Yeah, you're getting a lot of hate
You
for
got a
that
little- you got a
Simeone
little hate,
comment.
yeah.
Was I getting a lot of hate?
Yeah, some fucker like, oh, who is this guy talking? Like,
Yeah, I think
Simeone
a lot of
transformed.
comments were, oh, you don't know what he did before that. I just didn't include that in clip.
Yeah,
I
you
said
actually
it.
did.
I did.
Yeah,
But
but
it's just you don't include that in clips.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
For those comments.
I guess
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah,
And
but
any,
another draw.
Any Newcastle Liverpool predictions?
Yeah,
Perchance?
shame we're not recording this after Liverpool Newcastle, but schedule is a schedule, right? Blame the Premier League for that. Predictions for that game? Blake said something profound before we started recording, and it was like, Newcastle are either going to win or they're going to lose.
That's great punditry. from
Gary Neville at his finest. Bro.
Michael Owen at his finest.
Yeah, there you go.
who's
That's
the-
what I meant.
The
That's what I meant.
lady, what's her name? Oh, both teams. They're scoring 40 goals every 20 games, 39
Oh,
goals
yeah.
every.
What's her name? She's actually decent. There's a clips of
It's a
her.
bad moment.
Yeah, it's a bad moment.
Yeah.
Aluki or something Aluki or I don't know.
What I meant
Oh.
to say is that I do think Newcastle can give Liverpool a good fight, and I think they're either gonna win by a hair or lose like disastrously.
Yeah.
Really.
And I think there's no in between.
Right.
For me, the
That
biggest
was
thing
the
with
one I meant.
Newcastle is they're missing a striker. I mean, we saw it against Villa. The
Anthony
biggest
Gordon,
thing
the
with them,
striker,
they were
is the
creating the
problem.
chances. They were playing well, but they just couldn't finish.
I like them on the counter, and they're gonna be able to counter. So
yeah.
that's just my biggest thing.
One last thing before we wrap this up with some FPL is I want to say a point over in the Bundesliga. You'll enjoy this one quite a bit. It's not just Bayern fucking killing Leipzig.
Yeah.
Your boy Eric Ten Hag is in a bit of trouble right now.
What happened?
Ten Hag is screwed. Ten Hag is like done already. Ten Hag is like has been left out to dry, I think. Like
The situation.
Leverkusen is a disaster
the
right
situation
now.
that he's been put in is a disastrous one.
Yeah. So not only did they lose their first game of the season to Hoffenheim 2-1
Not great.
to Hoffenheim. They'd won their last 5 games against Hoffenheim, but Ten Hag effect, you could say.
W man.
But
Missing, buddy.
the amount of players that have left Leverkusen and want to leave Leverkusen this summer is ridiculous.
Yeah.
You look at their team right now, and you see maybe Tapsoba, maybe Andrich, Grimaldo,
A Schick in there.
Patrick Schick maybe, and those are like the only pieces of the quote-unquote glory days of Leverkusen from a year or two ago. Florian Wirtz has left, Frimpong has left, Xhaka has left, obviously.
Nketiah
Victor
wants to leave.
Boniface was going to leave,
Was
might
going to leave, failed his medical.
still might want to leave.
Probably won't play
It's
for
weird.
them if he
Obviously, we haven't talked about it, but Hincapié today,
Yeah.
Hincapié, I don't know how you say it.
Happy.
Hincapié today wants to leave. It's just a very odd situation. They brought in like a couple of young pieces. You know, I think Claudio Echeverri could do well, but this team is going to struggle. If you're a new manager coming into this Leipzig team, this is not what you signed up for. This is
You said Leipzig.
coming into this Leverkusen team. This is not what you signed up for at all.
Yeah.
I'm worried already for Ten Hag's job. guys.
Yeah.
Well, you win some, you lose some.
Remember when,
for Ten Hag, he's losing a lot more than he's
Remember
winning.
in preseason when they lost to the U20?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they
What was
lost
it, the
5-1.
Fluminense U20?
Yeah, and they
Flamengo
lost.
U20?
They lost 5-1 to Flamengo's U20
Yeah.
team.
Oh, that's peak. That's
yeah,
good football.
obviously it was like youngsters there, but it's just
Shout out
like
Eric, man. Shout out Eric.
Eric Ten Hag, man. Yeah, latest on the Hincapié is Arsenal have made an official approach. They're talking about around £50 million for him. Which
Also,
kinda-
what?
kind
Sorry,
of a lot.
This is really such a zag. But like, I've been seeing this net spend been floating around with Chelsea compared to Arsenal, and it's like, oh, Arsenal's net spend, which is just how much they've spent,
Against how much they sold.
yeah,
Yeah.
is like 100 million higher than Chelsea's net spend.
Right.
We
Like,
don't sell
oh
anyone.
my god,
Yeah, they don't
like
sell.
go fly a kite to the freaking moon. Like,
we
I'm
don't
not
sell
having it.
anyone.
So stupid.
Okay.
I was gonna swear, but I realized we're trying to not swear, and I've been swearing this whole podcast. But it's just ridiculous, man. But that's besides the point. FPL roundup?
FPL roundup.
I would love an FPL roundup, guys. I would. For a chance, I would.
Fucking hating FPL roundup right now.
What if Drew loses the league?
That would be great.
That'd be
We
great.
still haven't decided the forfeit.
Yeah.
Miles, can you change your name, please?
I don't know how.
We know.
figure it
We'll do it
out.
after. We'll do it after.
There's a way.
My team name will be.
Oh, you have an
Be
idea?
you have
careful
it?
now.
I had one. I forgot.
Be
Okay.
careful now with the. Yeah.
Yeah, be careful.
Yeah.
Be careful.
I
Don't
think-
want
I
to
think-
get banned.
I have a feeling with PL fantasy, it's like not. It's more like 2 strikes and you're out rather than 3. So,
Fair.
because I'm already at 1 strike.
All right, let's get into it.
All right, FPL roundup time. It was a weird week.
For everyone.
Horror stories around the league right now, around just the landscape of the sport.
Yeah.
You're stalling. Get in. You
Managers
stalling.
everywhere
See?
panicking.
Oh my
FPL
God.
experts on 25 points for the week. What is happening? What happened to the game I love? I'm seeing experts considering wild carding in game week 3.
You got 2
That's
wild
how
cards, though.
dire it is. But let's talk about the 6YB league. Let's talk about 4th place for the week, who is Damn Dancing,
Hey!
which is myself. 32 points on the week. Salah captain still to
Oh.
play. We all have Salah captain still to play.
So I look at the
but-
front 3 here, and I'm seeing Watkins, Bowen, Strand, Larson.
Oh, God, Jesus.
I think the hairs just stood up on the back of my neck.
Yeah, I'm just wondering what the thought process was behind that.
That is.
Jared Bowen is just a points getter in FPL traditionally,
Yeah,
and
but
nobody
he's
expected
been moved
West
to
Ham.
striker.
And he now plays.
And
plays
nobody
for West Ham in
expected-
2025. So.
But nobody expected West Ham to be this bad. Ollie Watkins,
Wow.
Newcastle rough start to the season, and Ollie Watkins just graveyard shift for him.
Newcastle?
He doesn't look for Aston Villa. I apologize.
It's okay.
Second
I
time
can
Foreshadowing?
understand
Yeah.
your brain as a manager. You're under pressure.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
might be a little bit cloudy in
Yeah.
there, but it's okay.
fried. It's fried, man. And then Trent Larson, I wanted to do as like a
Yeah, Strand
kind of
Larson
a punt.
is-
He won't be
there's
starting
no-
every single week.
pick.
No.
Yeah.
There's no excuse for me with Strand Larson.
Bad pick.
Bad pick. Awful
Really?
pick.
I don't mind.
By
that
the
pick.
way, about 30 minutes ago, Newcastle got
Yeah,
a deal
that's-
rejected. Sorry, for Strand Larson.
Really? They're in for Strand Larson?
Yeah, there were
50
rumors. for
mil.
Trent Larson's. Yeah,
Is he like that?
he's a good player. He's just like
I think if
he's
you put
raw.
him in a good team, yeah. 50
My whole
mil
thought
flat.
process was, if we're to use a basketball term, we're talking about usage rate, how so much of it was like with Cunha and stuff. And like, I thought like, okay, more touches now to Strand Larson, more opportunities to score, more playing time. And I do think he's a decent little young striker. So that was my punt. He's not going to play every single week. I don't know if he's on the sell list right now. If you want to talk about the sell list, we're more looking at Cole Palmer.
Oh yeah.
Cole Palmer has suffered an injury, and obviously in the first week didn't look that great. Is it a panic sell? I don't know. He's kind of been hit or miss in FPL over the past, 6 to 8 months anyways. But with this injury, it's probably time to go. I think we can all agree on that. Iliman Ndiaye got me 8 points. Reinders blanked. Not that I expected much more. Estev with 6. He got a clean sheet. Pedro Porro with a clean sheet out of absolutely nowhere. Robert Sanchez with 3 points. Should have saved that freaking Paqueta shot. And then Nico Williams blank. And then my captain still to play. So what's best for the damn Danso manager is if Newcastle come out 1-0 winners today against Newcastle. Even though I'm captaining Salah, it would actually be worse for me.
It's the effective
if
ownership,
Newcastle do well.
Got you.
And we're going to get on to why as we move on to the next team on 39 points. It is change name.
Yeah, the manager of Change Name is currently talking to executives about how to
rebranding.
change name. Change the manager of Change
We got a
Name.
little trident playing today.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's
So
pretty good.
the plus for change name is that he has Salah captain, Verts, and Van Dijk to still play.
Change
With
name
today.
is-
Estev coming off the bench for
Change Name
6
is very excited.
points.
So we essentially have the exact same team. You have João Pedro in, which got you 15 points on the week. Just massive for you. Good job. And you have Estev coming off your bench as well.
I do.
Stay up.
Lucky
Yep.
MFer. Moving on to second place for the week was Puffin on Zubi with 40 points.
Beautiful stuff.
Gabrielle,
Beautiful
clean
stuff.
Really think
sheet.
so?
Like man to man, really, like this
Thank
is
you.
a great
Man
performance
to
that we should be
man.
talking.
Even though I missed the deadline.
Even though you missed the deadline, let's
thank
not
you.
forget that.
Does it speak to the commitment if we're missing deadlines in match week?
I
2?
was camping.
So, look-
I was camping.
No,
That's actually a terrible excuse. I'm
But in
sorry.
all seriousness,
How am I supposed to? What?
You had signal.
What?
You
no,
watched the
no,
game.
no. The PL deadline was on fucking Friday morning.
Yeah, I was camping on Thursday.
Okay, well,
You could
Just
you
relax.
could have gotten.
I was
you could
also-
have gotten ahead.
I was also in the hospital on Friday morning. If you want to play that card, but anyway, perchance.
for a chance.
Yeah.
Just real quick on the
But he's all healthy. Thank you.
on previous tendencies that that this manager previously has given us. I think we're falling into the same rabbit hole. Guys, we are 2 weeks in. The manager was decided to come back to this team to try to rejuvenate something, a spark. He had a good week, yes, but let's talk about the commitment. Let's talk about the bad tendencies that we
You could
saw
have a
last
result,
season.
but sometimes you put up a bad performance.
Exactly. You should know.
We don't put up good performances. But yes.
But hey, you know what? Results are what matter in this league.
Right, it's the 3 points.
Yes.
right.
It's the only
Yes.
stat that
Alluding
matters.
to last
Yes.
week.
Yes.
Yeah.
well, you want more than 3 points.
And look,
but,
and
yeah.
I have Van Dijk to play as well, and I have Salah to play as well.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Will you be on Vert's H watch today?
Yes.
You have 5 points coming off your bench.
Do I?
Yeah, well, Konsa didn't play, and Palmer didn't play.
So
So,
do you
you have
get-
Diouf and Strand Larson coming off the bench. For
Do
you.
they both
Oh,
come
you
in?
have 2 players not playing? Oh yeah, they both
Yeah.
come in. Sorry.
I thought you
didn't-
said
didn't
only
see- I
one.
didn't see that you had
Konsa.
that you had Konsa in the starting
I,
lineup.
oh, so I get.
That's great
Oh,
stuff.
very
So you have
nice.
Strand Larson and Diouf coming off your bench. Good
Very
stuff.
nice.
Blake, in your fairness, it wouldn't have meant much for you to change your team.
Yeah, no.
because
I wanted to take Palmer out though. I was gonna put Palmer in for Saka, which would
Oh,
have
I
been
see,
which would have
but
been a bad
transfer.
move for
In hindsight.
injury, but would have been a good move for the week.
for the
he
week,
scored.
yeah.
True.
But
True.
anyway, yeah, good, decent week. I'm locked in. I promise.
Take a wild guess, ladies and gentlemen, who won this week. It is Frim Ping Pong.
Just real quick for the fans out there that want to, get to hearing my review on the FPL every week. I'm sorry that you have to wait until the last moment of the pod for that to
Okay.
happen. It's really I'm really trying to fix that, right? But it's just I'm allergic to losing. Sorry. Lance.
this motherfucker.
This guy fucking played Bruno Fernandes.
Dubravka and Estev double up defense.
And what about it?
And you slimy motherfucker.
What'd I do?
What did you say last week? It was off camera.
What did
It
you
was
say?
in passing, but I fucking remember,
did you
Antoine.
say?
I fucking remember
Tell me what
you
I said
said.
because I don't recall.
I said somebody said they were considering Estev to start against Sunderland. You went, bad move.
Yeah, because look,
And then you started Steph and
you
Dubravka.
you know my attachment
slimy
to
little
Sunderland.
something.
You know my
You're
attachment
giving
to
out
Sunderland.
fake tips.
I'm not. Okay,
You're-
first of all, am I giving out fake
No,
tips?
no.
I'm not.
Maybe
Little do
maybe
you
not to
know.
me.
Little do you know. Little do you know. I was close to not starting Esteve this week because Antoine, the expert, said, "Oh, I don't know
What?
about that one."
The
And then
expert
you
is
double
crazy.
up
I am the
Burnley
expert.
defense.
Let's lock in here. But if you want to win, just listen to my tips, please.
I mean,
It's
the
the
only
reason why
thing
Blake
that
is second
wow.
in the league, and
That's
you're not.
unbelievable.
Yes,
from
sir. Yes,
you.
sir. Yes,
the
sir.
only thing
unbelievable
that
from
sets
you.
you apart is that you put in Dubravka other than
I mean, and Ismail Assar is in there. Joao Pedro is in there.
Yep.
Yeah.
We still have Ekatike,
So
who's gonna bag two today.
Did you sell Joao Pedro? You never had him.
I never had him.
Okay.
I went for Bowen instead.
If you had listened to the tips,
Yeah.
Well, first week you were all thinking like, "Ooh, João Pedro, like you might have to go."
He's not expensive enough for me to like sell him to get someone else. You know.
Yeah, fair.
yeah, 7.5. That's doable.
Yeah. It's
You know,
doable.
I could replace Bowen with a better player for less
Yeah.
money. So
Yeah.
that's fair.
Okay.
That transfer may happen soon.
All right.
All right.
What is FPL with Monkey, Antoine?
That's just a side league that we got going on.
What's the name meaning behind that?
I don't know. It's best I don't.
Don't
get
look at
into it.
me.
It's my high school friends. They're clowns.
Okay.
They like to.
I didn't know the monkey emoji was so funny.
Yeah, what's wrong with it?
Nothing.
You want to talk about the Yiddish Cup?
How you
There's
doing?
nothing wrong with the
Are
Yiddish
you still
Cup.
in it?
Of course, I'm still in the Yiddish Cup.
Still in the Thogden League?
I don't know. Can you look?
Let's see.
If you don't change it, you probably are.
Yeah, you're 37,000th in the Thogden Super
Anybody
League.
in the Fubo League or just me?
I'm in the football league.
I'm in the
No, I'm
You're
not.
automatically in the Fubo
No,
League.
I don't
First
think I
league
am.
winner
because I
FC.
have the
Oh,
French
really?
flag on there, so I'm in the Canal Plus league.
Oh.
And now,
Fuck off.
Oh, Fubo League because Canada.
because Canada,
Broadcast
Broadcast
rights.
league, yeah.
Okay.
you get put in it automatically.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
Ah, perchance.
What's
kinda
your?
weird.
You're in the Arsenal league. You're in
course.
the United league.
Of course.
Yeah.
I'm in the Sunderland league.
Oh,
Yeah,
very nice.
Not in the City league.
No, good.
Yeah, good. All right.
Who
I
were
don't know.
you last year?
I was. Who was that last year?
Nuki, perchance.
Brighton, maybe.
Okay, that would make sense.
Yeah,
All right, let's wrap up this podcast.
How long?
We've been going for an hour 40.
that's not bad.
That's fine.
Whatever. A little heavy on this episode,
Yeah.
but that's fine. It's normal for us, I'd say. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, this has been another episode of the 6 Yard Box Podcast. I've enjoyed this recording once again, lads. Again, if you are watching on YouTube, be sure to like, subscribe, hit that little notification bell so you don't miss another episode of this shithousery. If you are listening on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts, do us a favor, give us a little 5-star rating, and let us know, how's your FPL going? Should Amorim get sacked? How good will Gyökeres be for Arsenal? Whatever you want to comment, give us a little 5-star rating and let us know what you think of the episode. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, Blake, just say the words.
We out.
Goodbye.